There we go. I remembered. Yay. Okay. So, Sabrina, I'm starting with you. Let's just jump right in. But you got to take me off mute. You got to take me off mute, honey.
Did it. Thank you.
There we go. Okay. Who do you want me to connect to, hun?
I was hoping my grandmother.
You don't say. So did you see what I was saying earlier when you sent me those messages saying I bought a ticket and I don't know how to get on, it's not lining up? What I was saying earlier, that I was going too fast before I actually got it all out, is that there was a lady behind you slapping me on the shoulder going, that's me, that's me, that's me, it's me, I'm right here, I'm right here. So it doesn't surprise me you want to speak to a female.
Yes.
Strong. Okay, you ready to do this? Let's do it. We're starting with a connection exercise. Both feet flat on the floor for me.
Okay.
I want you to close your eyes, and then I want you to take a deep breath, picturing it start at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me, and give me a minute to focus. Oh, excuse me. Interesting. This woman loves you so much, I will tell you that. I'm going to keep my eyes closed for a minute here because it's easier for me to see her this way. She steps forward with an enormous amount of love. It's like I can feel the distorted energy of pain and grief and trauma around her, but then she blasts through it with all this love, that so I can hear her so clearly. She's jumping up and down, showing me my sign for mobility, that she has free mobility on that side. She's showing me the brain scoop. She doesn't want you to remember her that way. There's something about, I don't want you to remember me like that. She's jumping up and down. She's got so much mobility, and it feels so good to be healthy and free on that side. She's definitely showing me the body scan, which is more than one issue or pain throughout the body. And I feel some disfiguration, but it feels like right at the very end, because she said, as soon as I realized that there was no quality of life left in that body is when I chose to exit the physical world. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And my head hurts a lot. How did Grandma pass?
She she had Alzheimer's for many years.
See,
Yeah.
that pain is gone. She's got free mobility on that side. That also explains to me why she showed me distance or space. And she showed me that she's exited the physical world and now she can be reconnected with you. So sometimes a soul will exit the physical body because the physical body is in a state of disrepair and they can't be with you the way that they wanted to. And it's interesting the way she said the second that she figured out she wasn't going to get use of her body again, she chose to exit the physical world. She was in that state of confusion, like she was doing everything she could to get back into that, into that body in a working way so she could be with you. But once she figured out that wasn't going to happen, she transitioned and then she was right with you. I feel like you saw her, you felt her the night that she passed. Do you understand that?
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Because you just said, I came to see you. It was the first thing that I did. I needed you to know that me leaving the physical body was not about leaving you. It was about reconnecting with you. That was
Yeah.
her you experienced. How did she let you know that she was there that night?
We we were all at the hospital, and I wasn't comfortable going in the room because they said that she had a high fever. My sister went, so I didn't want to see her, so I went into the waiting room. And my boyfriend at the time was sitting beside me, and I jumped off the couch because I felt her, and I said, "She's dead. She's dead," and she passed away. Yeah,
You felt her soul,
I
sweetie.
felt her. Yeah, it's like she shook my body to get up.
See, she wants you to remember that you felt her today too. She told you to come here today. She's like, suck it up, Buttercup, just buy the ticket. That's literally what I heard her say. It's like, because when I tell you they're not gone, that they're just high vibrational energy and your heart will always feel her when she's around, that's what I mean. You felt her other times as well since then, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's real. You understand? That's real. Is your grandfather on the other side as well? Because she's bringing forward somebody and showing me that she's reconnected with the gentleman to the side that passed some time before her. So if this is not your grandfather, then it's a brother or somebody to the side.
No, her husband passed away before her.
She showed me rose-colored glasses as far as he goes, which rose-colored glasses is my symbol for that they can see things differently on that side than they did in the physical world. She put the heart around the two of them, which is my symbol for healing and reconnection. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
She's got the dog as well. Somebody lost a dog not that long ago. I don't think it's you. It feels like somebody else in the family, and I'm going back 2, 3 years, maybe. It could be 2, 3 months, but I'm going back two,
You know
three.
what color the dog is?
No, she's giving me. That means you have a lot of them over there when you ask a question like that. But
Big,
this is
small?
what?
Is it big? Is it small?
Well, listen to the details she's giving you, okay? This is how
Okay.
you know. She's telling me that she's going back a few years, 2, 3, it could be 2, 3 years or 2, 3 months. I know it's 2, 3. She's going back. It feels very important to you guys, and it feels like this dog passed suddenly, unexpectedly, or traumatically. I go from being here to having to go on the other side, and it was devastating. So she's got your baby on the other side. I know the dog is not a baby. It feels like a baby. Sometimes our pets are like our children. Does that clear it up? Do you know who she's talking
Yeah.
about?
Yes.
She's put a white blanket around your mom's shoulders. Is this your mom's mom?
Yes.
The white blanket is my symbol for watching over somebody that has health or stress issues. Wanting to know you to know that she's right there watching over you as well. And I feel some spinning thoughts. Interesting. Is your mom just going under a lot of hard times right now? Confusion, disorientation, spinning thoughts. Why am I picking that up around mom?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, it just connected. I got it. Because your grandma passed from Alzheimer's, right? Your mom, I think, is a little bit worried that this is going to be passed down, that this might be her fate as well. She does not want that to be her fate as well. Her mom is watching over her so that she never ends up like that. I want you to understand that Alzheimer's and dementia, we are one of the last nations, North America, that uses those words. In most other countries, do you know what that disease is called? Those diseases are called
No.
type 3 diabetes.
Okay.
Type 3 diabetes, because when you have an abundance of sugar and your sugars and your insulin resistance is out of control, it accumulates in your brain. And it's not that you don't have memories anymore, you lose access to your memories because the sugar has taken over your brain. You don't have to go that route. If you have loved ones that have been susceptible to dementia and Alzheimer's, they are probably the same lines that have diabetes and stuff in those lineages as well, because it is type 3 diabetes. So the quicker you start cutting out sugars and things like that, you will never get dementia and Alzheimer's. It is type 3 diabetes. So you tell your mom she doesn't have to worry about ever getting it. Her mom is watching over her and trying to steer her towards healthier choices and things like that so that she never has to go through what her mom went through. Because I think, remember your grandma was showing me, I don't want you to remember it that way. I don't want you to think of it that way. I think that's what she's talking about. Not only is your mom worried that she might go through that, but you're worried that you might have to watch your mom go through that too. You understand that one?
Yes.
She's still with you and she sees everything that's going on. She's thanking you guys for laying her to rest the way that you laid her to rest, and she's talking about her burial spot. Is she buried? Or wherever she's buried or cremated or placed? Because she's talking about how beautiful it is. She's like, oh, you should see it, and she's taking me there. Is she buried?
He's buried, yeah.
It's so beautiful. She wants me to sit with her and watch the sunrise. Is there a bench by where she's buried?
No, but you can bring a branch there if you wanted to.
Do you understand why she wants to watch the sunrise? Do you get up early to watch
Kind of. I kind of understand why she's saying that, because when she bought her plot, they liked that the window was so close by. And now the window is so far away because they extended the building, and my mom was very sad about that.
So she's not sad on the other side because she's experiencing it from a different perspective. She's seeing that sunrise. She's like, don't worry, I'm not in the grave right there. I'm with you. It's interesting. She keeps showing me that sunrise. So have you been waking up very early in the morning? 5, 6 in the morning, things like that? 4, 5, 6 in the morning?
Well, yeah, but I don't want to. Like, I want to still sleep.
I know, but you got to understand that's your mom waking you up. She wants to enjoy the sunrise with you. It's also a message to get your butt out of bed earlier and plan your day. Because if you jump out of bed last minute and you're running around trying to get everything together and out the door in a flash like that, guess what? You're going into that scrambled energy in the morning. If you get up in the morning an hour earlier before you normally do, and you sit in peace and you relax and you drink your coffee and you are all happy, happy, happy. Trust me, my kids like it a lot more when I get up an hour before them than they do when I get up 5 minutes before them and I'm like, get up, brush your teeth. It's mad chaos. She's trying to wake you up because she's trying to help you.
That's me.
Get up earlier. You're shooting yourself in the foot with that way because you got to understand the universe speaks vibration and frequency. So if you get up in the morning and you stub your toe and then you spill your coffee all day long, you go in that energy, you line up with it. Get up in the morning, set your tone, set your vibration. Think about how blessed you are. Tell mom what signs and symbols, or grandma what signs and symbols you want to see in your day. And talk about how blessed you are. And then go have your day. And watch what an amazing day you have. That's why she's waking you up. She's telling you to plan your day a little bit earlier. Get up and watch the sunrise with her. Not only will you feel her soul with you, she'll send you signs and symbols and birds and synchronicities that'll blow your freaking mind. But on top of that, your life will start transitioning into smooth, awesome ease instead of chaos. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And by the way, whoever is sitting right beside you, she loves them too. All I know is she keeps pointing to over there and going, I love them too. Who's in the room with you?
Nobody. Like the other room. Like,
Who's in
not
that
here.
room?
My kids.
So she's talking about loving them too. Do you have one of them named after her? Because you said my kids. She's like, that's my baby. That's my baby. And I'm seeing this sign named after just like, named after just like.
No. No, but today I was talking about her name because my sister's pregnant. I'm like, why don't you name her after Nana? I just mentioned it today to my sister, and she's like, that'd be great.
That's what I'm talking about. Your loved ones are bringing up very specific details that are specific to what's going on in your world. That's why I call them puzzle pieces. I try to make them make sense to me, but I'm not in your life. She's talking to you, not me. And that
That's
is
scary.
mathematically impossible to be fluke, random, or chance that you would be talking about naming a baby after her. And then before she lets me disconnect, she's showing me named after, named after, named after. I love your kids, and I know that I'm going to be named after somebody's named after me. Not me, her. Last thing she does is she's pulling her energy back. She's showing me my sign like this. And she's like, heaven is real. Heaven is real. Make sure she knows heaven is real. I don't know if she was very religious or spiritual here in the physical world, but she's showing me my sign for spirituality and wanting you guys to know that heaven is real. Do you understand that one?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I do question it a lot.
Well, she hears your thoughts. Know that. That's why she's trying to wake you up. Get control of your thoughts so you can plan your thoughts better, so that you could line up with better. Once you understand they're not gone and how to communicate with them, you can't miss the signs and symbols. And actually, that's her final message to you. When you first signed up for this and you were a little bit chaotic in how do I get the link? How do I get it? I signed up for it and I paid for it. Where's my link? How do I get on here? You know why? Because your brain was going too fast. You weren't lined up with peace. If you go slower and you line up with peace, then you see things as they really are. You've got to slow down so that she can connect with you and communicate with you, because you've got so much help around you. You're just in a vibration of chaos. Slow it down, calm yourself down, and you're going to see all the ease and the joy and the communication surrounding you like crazy. That's why she's sending you those coins as well.
Yeah.
Aw, she kissed your cheek and said, thank you for doing this. And again, I feel like she bugged you here because it feels like you were going to do this before, but you didn't. Because she's like, I didn't give up. I got you here. Do you understand that one?
Yeah.
Aw, okay. Now she's pulling her energy back. I hope that was helpful, sweetie.
Why, thank you.
You're very welcome. Okay. Dun dun dun. Krista, I gotta come to you. Somebody just said, get your tissues ready. Interesting. It's okay, I'll give you a, yeah. Gotta figure out how to take our mutes off. Don't worry, guys, I deal with this every day. Technological challenges. Let me see if I can fix the lighting on my camera here. Please don't make me light up like a Christmas tree. There we go.
Okay.
Yay!
Good.
Yes.
Okay.
How are you doing?
All right. How are you?
I'm good, but now my throat's burning. Who are you wanting me to connect to, hun?
My dad.
Okay. It's funny because I can feel the energy around you. And I heard somebody say when I connected to you, get your tissues ready. I was like, okay, this one's going to be fun. I think your dad's
Oh.
going to try to make me cry.
Oh.
Have I read for you before?
Yeah, a few months ago
Interesting.
on a group. Yeah.
Group. Okay. My head is so hurting. All right, let's do this. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Both feet flat on the ground. I want you to close your eyes. Take a deep breath, picturing it start at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me. And give me a minute to focus. Got it. Slow this down. It's interesting because your dad's standing so close right beside you, and I can feel that distorted energy all around you. So the grief of missing dad is very strong. I'm not sure how long he's been gone, but I'm getting very nauseous as his energy steps forward. So two things. One, I can feel the distorted energy, but as that intensifies, I feel like I'm really nauseous. I feel like I can't keep anything down. My throat burns, my head hurts, everything's kind of spinny. I feel the holding of the hand, and I feel like I exit this world before it is obviously before it is my time, but I'm exiting this world in a feeling of unconditional love, which is he's emphasizing that as he exited the physical world, he felt so much love. And I got to slow him down. Do you understand why I'm feeling the pain in the head and the burning throat?
Um, no, he died pretty suddenly of a heart attack. Yeah.
That's why. Okay. So you got to understand, they take me through their passing from their perspective, not from
Mm-hmm.
ours. So what I
Yeah.
mean by that is they will make me feel what they felt. You understand?
Right.
So for the heart, it's interesting because heart attacks, the TV shows you that it's like, oh, my chest. No, it's not like that. It feels like indigestion. I should have known by the way he made me feel nauseous, like I was going to throw up. Feels like indigestion, pain going right up here, and then pressure in the head. And boom, he's on the other side. But here's the thing. He's emphasizing how all he felt as he transitioned was the unconditional love of his family all around him. It's kind of like you heard the lady before you, her grandma say that the second she was out of her body, she came right back to her family to let her know that they were there. Your dad did the same thing. The second he was out of the physical body, he's like, wow, I can hear everyone's thoughts. This is amazing. They really love me. And he's talking about how much y'all loved him. And that he has not left you at all. He hasn't been gone that long, it doesn't feel like. One, two, one, two. How long has he been gone?
He passed away in October, so 5 months.
See, I'm thinking a year or two, not even, not very long.
Yeah.
No wonder he said get the tissues ready because this is hard for him because he wants to still be here in the physical, not just in the non-physical. He showed me his name. This is interesting. He said, talk about my name. Talk about my name. I'm seeing it written. I don't know if you got it tattooed, what the heck you did, but he's like, talk about my name. How do you understand that?
Mm, I think he's talking about my husband got me a ring with his name on it. Yeah.
Thank your husband for him because that was your dad's energy influencing your husband to get him to buy a ring for you that makes you feel his presence. I love that. Do you know why? Spirit tells people to do that stuff all the time. I don't care if your grandma didn't leave you a ring, go buy one for grandma. If dad didn't leave you a ring, buy one for dad. Wear it on your finger, and everywhere you go, you feel dad's presence.
Mhm.
You saw somebody in a crowd that looked like him. I used this as an example earlier, and he's like, yeah, she did. Once you start thinking of him and feeling him all around you, now he can line you up with even better signs. Did you see somebody that looked like him in a crowd when you were out shopping or something?
I didn't, but my daughter said she saw him in the crowd at her soccer game.
Because Grandpa wanted him to know, or her to know that he was there watching her soccer game. He's
Yeah.
not missing a single thing. He's so
Yeah.
proud of her. He's like, I saw every goal, every one of them. He's literally giving her the special shoes, like with, what do they call those? With the cleats or something? Is that what they're called? With the little peggy things?
Yeah.
Does she need some of those right now? Because he's giving her shoes like that.
It- um, we bought her a brand new pair and they're too freaking small for her, so
When was that? Recently?
yeah. Very recently.
This is what I'm telling you. Your loved ones are going to bring up details I can't know so that you know they're with you. Now, next time, if you ask dad to help you with that, here's the thing. Not next, let me say this better. Them not fitting her, being too small, is exactly what was meant to happen. Now, here's what you're going to do. You're going to say, okay, Dad, thank you for these being too small because we want them to be a gift from Grandpa. So I want you to give her the shoes that you want to give her, Dad. Show us that these are from you, not us. So line it up for her. Get us a deal on these shoes. She needs this size, not that size. And then you watch your dad line up a new pair of shoes in her world so synchronistically that it'll be mathematically impossible to be fluke, random, or chance. And then those soccer shoes are not just from you guys, they're from her grandpa.
Yeah.
So if you had bought the right shoes, the right fitting shoes the first time, you would have bypassed all of that.
hmm
He's singing happy birthday. Who is he singing happy birthday to?
It's gonna be his birthday on Friday. So I told him, like, please mention your birthday.
He's mentioning it in a very unique way. He's singing the actual song. Usually they show me a rose, and he said, I don't want you to get this twisted. So he's singing the song. And he says, just make sure that they give me chocolate cake. I want chocolate cake for my birthday.
Wow, yep, that's all the cake he would eat would be chocolate. It would have been it's gonna be his 60th birthday.
I love that you say that because he's like, thank you so much. When you say is, it helps you know he's still here. You just
hmm
put the white blanket around your mom's shoulders.
hmm
He loves her so much, but he's also showing me the throat chakra breaking open. Here's the thing, there's a reason your dad is showing me that, telling me that he knew how unconditionally loved he was when he exited this physical world. Because, and then he shows me breaking out that throat chakra like that. It's like sometimes I think what he's saying is, I wish I would have said it more. I know that she knew I loved her, but I should have said it more. I wish I could have said it more, and that she would, he's trying to like bake it into her.
Yeah, yeah.
Slow this down. He wants her to travel. He said, please take the trip, go travel, break free. Like, I want you to move on, not move on. He's, let me say this better. He's like, I don't want you to move on from me. Although I will help you find somebody else to love. That it's only temporary though, because the second that you get up here, you're mine again. but he wants her to be able to move forward in her world with freedom and love and know that he's still there. He's thanking you guys for the choices and decisions that you had to make around his passing because it feels very unexpected that, do you hear that? I don't know if the
Yeah,
camera,
what's that?
that's something outside my window. Beep,
Oh,
beep, beep, beep. And it just happened right after I said he,
that's what his work truck sounded like when he would back into like pool, you know. I live 2 houses down from him and across the street. So I'd always wait every day to look out the window. I see his work truck come home and that's the noise that it made.
Daddy's home. Do you see what
Mm,
I'm saying? They line
mhm,
you up with the signs and symbols that you will understand so that you will feel their presence.
mhm,
And he's telling your mom that he's here, he's protecting you guys, and she's free to go travel, go do what she needs to do to heal. There's a trip she needs to make, and it feels very important. And I don't know what this is exactly, but it feels like it's going home. I'm hearing the song, I'm coming home. I'm not a singer and I'm going to butcher it if I try, but it's something about
mhm.
going home. Where's her family from?
They're from New Jersey. Yeah, where we are.
There's an important trip that she's been thinking of taking.
Hmm.
It's interesting because I wonder if this is something her and your dad talked about. You heard me say earlier, I don't know if I said it on this
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. They were talking about going to see her sister and her husband in Virginia. Um, yeah, so I think that's what you're talking about.
family that's a distance or space away. Go home to see her.
Mm.
It would give your mom great relief to be reconnected. And your dad is going with her. That's why he sent the truck backing up the truck right when I started to give this message, is because he needs her to know he's going with her. She's not making
Mm.
that trip alone. It's important that she still takes that trip.
Mm.
Your dad is so in love with you, I'll tell you that. He's just talking about how beautiful you are and how amazing you are, and he wants to thank your husband for taking such good care of you. He really likes that man, I'll tell you that. He said she got a good one. We fished a good one. He's fishing with him, and he said she got a good one. He just lit a cigar. Did you guys have a baby after Dad Pat? Well, he's only been gone a few months. Are you trying for children?
No. No.
He's
He
letting
likes smoking a cigarette, so I don't know.
Well, cigar is usually, they'll show me a cigar celebration. You know how in movies they show you handing out cigars when a baby's born?
Yeah.
You have two kids?
Nope, just one.
Okay, so let me just say what I'm guessing from this is that if there is a window of opportunity open for a child to come in, then that could be happening. But we have free will here. So
Yeah.
if that's not something that you want, you can close the window. But Dad's showing me that's an opportunity on that side. Slow that down. He's pulling his energy back. Well, kind of. He pulls his energy back and then he goes, one more thing. I don't know what that means, Dad. Why did he say that you need new salt and pepper shakers?
New salt and he used to make fun of me because my salt is in the pepper shaker and I've had them forever and I just keep refilling the pepper outside one with salt and he'd always he'd always make fun of that.
I love that he was able to get an inside joke through my filter. I didn't
Yeah.
know what that meant, but he's like, give her the new salt and pepper shakers. Oh, I gotta put my energy back, but she'll know that that's a very specific validation that I can't make up. You understand?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He's still there with you, loving you and guiding you. And when this child is born, if this
Yeah.
child is born, when this child is born, do you have a little girl right now?
Yes.
Because I feel like it's a boy. I feel like he's
Mm.
celebrating the birth of a boy. But I see you being on the fence. I don't think that it's blocked. I think that you're just on the fence if you want more children or not.
Yeah, no, it's a no.
Is there a block though? Is that somebody snipped or is it like impossible?
Oh yeah, yeah. I got my yeah. I mean, my husband gets snipped. Yep, you knew that.
That's That's funny because so he's forever hanging out with that soul on the other side. There's still a window. I'm telling you, there's still a child coming into your world. Now, whether or not this child is born
Huh.
within your womb or not, if a soul is meant to be in your world, they will find a way to be in your world. So this could be, they could be born as your grandchild or as a niece or a nephew. Your dad's celebrating the birth of a little boy on the other side. So watch for this coming up in the family. He'll tell you something like this now so that when it gets denounced, do you have two siblings as well, or is it just you and another sibling? Because he showed me two more.
It's just me on Earth, but they had a baby that um died when he was baby, a
It was a
boy.
boy?
Yeah.
Girl, I'm telling you, Dad's talking to you, not me. He's celebrating being reunited with the baby boy on the other side. You see what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
He's got
Yeah. Yeah.
scars celebrating that he can be reconnected. And what he
Yeah.
wants your mom to know is that he's okay over there. And that when this child is ready to be born into the family line again, he will.
Mm.
Oh, he loves you so much. As he's pulling his energy back, he's like, "All right, now let's go watch some TV." He's watching a movie. I was gonna say TV. He's like, "No, no, no, movies," and he's giving you crackers.
Amazing crackers. I don't know. He loved his old movies, so
Got it. That's what it means. So, and it feels like cheese, crackers, pickles, salami, the whole like little snack tray is what he's saying. So, if you
yeah.
are missing your dad, then you sit down, you put on the TV, an old movie that he would have loved to watch with you, and prepare yourself his favorite snack. And as you are sitting there doing the activities that you used to do with him, you will feel your dad's presence.
Yeah.
And don't forget to celebrate his birthday and watch for the signs and symbols that he sends you all through the day that day, because he is definitely with you.
Yeah, I invited his closest people over, and I'm gonna do his favorite snacks and have cake
Awesome.
and yeah.
He'll be there for that. He said, "I've never missed a party, now have I?" Aw. He's pulling his energy back, hun. I hope that was helpful.
Yes, it was. Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right, Misty Nichols, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you. Wow, you have a lot of energies. Let me just sort through this for a second. Guys, one at a time, one at a time. Who do you want me to connect to, hun?
My gram.
Sorry, say that again?
My gram.
Your Graham. Okay. I'm sorry. She's funny. She just went like this. Na 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 boober, screw y'all, me first. And she put to the front of the crowd. Like you've got a lot of souls on that side that all wanted to come forward for you. And as soon as you said grandma, it's like she won the freaking lottery on that side.
It was probably her and my sisters.
You've got sisters over there?
I
Yeah,
do.
that would make sense why she's like, no, 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 she has for me, not you. Like that kind of teasing kind of energy. But I have a feeling they're all going to try to come through. But let's see what happens here. Are you ready? Have I ever read for you before in Misty?
Nope, you have not.
The reason why I just said that, as I was starting to do this connection exercise, I heard, finally, we've been waiting for this. So if you've been
Well, I'm sure you've probably read her before, but not for me.
Interesting. Well, they brought you here one way or another because they said, finally, we've been waiting for this. All right, ready?
Yep.
Both feet flat on the floor. I
Yep.
want you to close your eyes and then I want you to take a deep breath. Picturing that deep breath, starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Holy. Okay, who's the smokers over there? Is this Graham? Is she like a massive, heavy smoker? I can't even breathe right now.
She was not, but definitely in her house.
Telling you, it's so thick. Who's the smokers over there? So when they step forward with all this smoke around them, they're bringing people with them. If they weren't the
Mhm.
smoker, is that your sisters?
Nope. That would be my
Who's
grandfather.
got ya. So right away, she's letting you know that they are together in the non-physical world and here right now. She didn't step forward by herself. It's funny because she goes, "I lived long enough without him. You think I'm coming through without him? He's here too. We're
That's
together."
very true.
She's cleaning and cleaning and cleaning and cleaning and cleaning. And I'm like, "Why are you cleaning? What does that mean?" She's like, "She knows." And I'm like, "Are you like telling her to clean her house?" She's like, "I didn't say that." Why is she cleaning like that?
She was always cleaning. Anytime we were there, she's always cleaning or sleeping.
Oh, your grandma's funny. Because she goes, "You'd clean too 24/7 if your house stunk like cigarette smoke all the time." Do you understand the pressure in the head? She shows me that she had a lot of pain in the head before she passed. She takes me right to the head. I feel the pressure and the dizziness in the head before I pass away. I know that my throat was burning too, but I don't know if that's because of all the smoke around her or what, but I feel the throat burning and the pressure in the head before I'm on the other side. How do you understand that? How did she pass?
Was in the hospital.
Hmm.
She was in the bathroom and
See, don't try to make it make sense. Just tell me how she passed, and I'm gonna, ow, 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 and I will
Well,
explain.
she sent me home right before she passed. I was with her, and then she sent me home, and I got admitted into a different hospital right before she passed. So I didn't get an answer as to exactly what happened.
Got ya. But she did pass quickly, right?
Yeah, that night she did.
The pain and the pressure in my head. See, here's the thing. They will, especially if you don't know how they passed, they will take me through their passing so that you know that they didn't suffer. Do you understand? I
Mhm.
feel the pain in my head. It's funny because I felt my chest hurt and then I felt that pressure in the head. So it's either a quick heart attack, stroke, aneurysm, something like that. But I
Yes.
do
Yep.
feel that spinning thoughts. Like, was she unable to
Yes.
communicate before she passed?
No. It was
Not really, but it was really late, and I actually was admitted for heart problems, and she literally had took my hand right before I left and told me that I needed to leave that night. But and normally she told me she didn't want me to leave, but that night she told me I needed to go home.
Yeah. I think she knew a couple of things. One, she knew she was going to pass and she didn't want you to see her that way and she didn't want you to have that stuck in your head. And two, she was worried about you and she wanted you to be okay. Because right away, she took me to that chest. And I usually, as we saw earlier, don't feel heart attacks here. I feel them here and here. But she took me here. You felt chest pain that night.
Yep.
What's interesting is sometimes I see souls who are in a state of dementia, Alzheimer's, things like that, or who have
Yeah.
a lot of issues going on for a long time, choose to exit the physical world right before or right after other family members are going through serious complications because the second that they're in the non-physical, they can help you. It's like your grandma exited the physical and came right over to check on you and make sure you are okay. Why is she giving you slippers? She put slippers on your feet. Do you always have cold feet or is there something about slippers?
I always have slippers on. I don't like shoes.
So she knows that. Funny, when you say that, she's like, yeah, she wears them outside too. It's not
I
funny.
do.
She
I
told me
do.
it's not funny. She got all upset about that. It's not funny, Tracy. She wears these outside.
They light up.
So you see what I'm saying? It's impossible to make this stuff up. She's specifically talking to you. And again, whoever's beside you, she's like saying, hi, hi, hi. I feel like I'm hearing mom though. Is it your mom beside you?
Yes, my mom is actually right beside me.
This is her mom?
It is.
See, she's talking to both of you. She wants to thank you for the way that you laid her to rest, and she wants you to know that she's reconnected with her grandpa over there and that she has so much peace to be reunited with them. Your grandfather feels like he passed some time ago, and it wouldn't surprise me if it was a breathing thing because my throat is just a burning, and the way he's smoking.
Yep, sounds like my father.
But he's so strong. He's telling me he's got all his strength back on that side. He must have got pretty weak before he passed because he's like, make sure she knows I'm strong over here. I ain't no weak like I was before. I strong over here.
Look at that.
Slow this down. She's showing me yellow. Literally yellow. I feel like I'm seeing everything yellow. Sunflowers. I don't know. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Her house,
Her
Her
house
house
was
is-
yellow?
everything inside was yellow.
Shut up.
Says yellow kitchen, yellow.
Right, girls?
Oh, you guys all know each other. No wonder
They're my
Amy's
cousins.
head's here bobbing like a bobblehead. I'm like, oh, she's resonating with this. No, you know the girl. Okay.
They're my cousins.
Gotcha. I didn't
That's why I
realize.
said you knew her probably, but you've never read for me.
Well, they told me they knew Brandy. They didn't tell me they knew you. So I have no idea.
I told them not to.
Oh, well, there you go. So I love that. She's like playing the song in my head. You know how I knew that it was yellow? She's playing the song. We call it mellow yellow. Just. I'm like, that's an old song. She's like, whatever. We like our commercials. We like commercials? What? What does that mean?
Like
She would watch TV all the time and fall asleep to the TV all the time.
So she's still there watching TV with you. And when you fall asleep in front of the TV,
Every day.
I know because she's there with you. As soon as you said that, she's like, I know. She gets that from me. That's me with her.
Yep.
Please know she's here hearing everything you're saying. She loves that you tried to trick me so that you know that this is for sure her. That you know they didn't tell me anything, especially that her whole house is yellow. Like, how do you make that up? You can't.
Say anything about the orange underwear?
The what?
Ask her if you liked her underwear.
I'll tell you this. I think that's what you dressed her in when she passed because she's like, why the frick are you bringing up that? Why would they do that to me? It's bad enough that I was buried in this clown outfit, but yeah, now they have to go and tell the whole frickin' world about it. I'm guessing that's a no.
No.
What does that mean?
So we didn't know what kind of underwear to get her for the funeral. So my mom and I went and got her these really fun underwear that she would never wear in normal life. And we had to take a picture of them before we dropped them off at the funeral parlor. And whenever my cousin is sad, we may send her a picture of the underwear.
Oh, shut up. Here's when you said that here and you guys laughed, she said she thanked you for doing that because pain and grief and trauma around somebody's passing separates and distorts their energy. And what you just said is every time they're feeling sad and missing me, I make them laugh so that they can feel grandma's presence. Thank you for that. She's not sad that you guys did that. She loves that because now you got something to talk about all the time. You got something to remember her that is fun and funny and not sad.
Her orange underwear.
She kissed your mom's cheek and she said, I'm so glad that you're doing better. I'm so glad you're doing better. And I got the white blanket going around her shoulders. Health or stress issues. You understand that? So she's had some health or stress issues recently, but it feels like we're starting to make our way through that into healing. Oh, she loves you guys so much. It's funny, as she's like, usually I see this from older gentlemen, but she's doing this. Somebody has her chair or her couch or something like this because she said, I'm telling them to get out of my spot. That's still my spot. Whether I'm here in the physical or the non-physical, that's still my freaking spot. If you sit in that spot, I'm going to haunt you and you're going to pop out of that spot. I feel her like poking somebody. Is there a chair or something? Are you guys still living in the same house she used to be living in? How do you understand
No.
this? Then do you still have her chair, her furniture, something that was hers that got moved to your house? Because she's sitting in a familiar spot, a familiar chair, a familiar spot.
I have stuff of hers, but not a, I mean, I have a thing of hers, but not a chair. I don't know if any of my cousins have a chair at their house.
Oh, yes, somebody
No.
does. Somebody's got something that is her chair. Now, if it wasn't her specific chair, then she's telling them, get out of my seat. That's my seat. That's my seat. If you sit there, I'm going to bug you. Get out of my seat. That would be my spot. I don't know why I keep saying that. You and mom don't live in the same house, do you?
Me and my mom?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, because I'm seeing two houses here. So let me try to understand this because they're talking to you, not me, and they're puzzle pieces to me. When your grandma left the physical world, did you guys have to sell her house? Oh, I think I just got it. Oh, your grandma's funny. Just saying. Oh, I feel sorry for whoever got that chair. Because what she just said is, get out of my chair. That's my chair, Buster. She's poking them. She literally said, I will haunt them. That's my seat. When you guys got rid of her stuff, because I saw two houses, there's a chair or some furniture that she really loved. And it's funny because I saw plastic around it. That doesn't necessarily mean that there's plastic around it. But my grandma used to put plastic around her furniture and stuff. The older people did to preserve it, right? There's a piece of furniture that she loved here in the physical world that was given away to somebody else in the family, and she is still bugging anybody that sits in that chair because it's hers, whether she's in the physical world or the non-physical world. She's bugging them.
Maybe.
I think I figured it out. We have another cousin who's crazy. I think she got it.
Maybe.
Amy, you're laughing because you know who I'm talking about.
Oh my gosh. I don't know who you're talking about. I just thought that was funny. All I know is your grandma goes, she understood the assignment. She understood the assignment. Please know she retained her humor on that side. She's not stuck. She's not sad. She's not broken. She's not in pain. She is totally healed. She's in love, light, and peace. And she's very much with you guys here in the physical world. She's like, not only that, I got two for the price of one. Like literally, na 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 na, literally doing those kinds of things. Those other loved ones are there. Their energy is completely different. So she said it's not their time today. That's a whole other ball game. But she wants you to know that she is still with you here in the physical world, and she'll be there for Easter as well. So don't forget her place at the table. Are you guys getting together for Easter?
I usually see some of the kids the day before Easter. I do an event, so sometimes like Christina brings me down the kid, or Mary brings me kids. But other than that, we don't usually get together, unfortunately.
That's what she's talking about. Here's the thing. If this was important to you, if this is how you celebrate Easter, then she's like, I'm there for that. And what do our grandparents like to do the most? That's what they like more than anything is the kids and the eggs and the whole Easter bunny part of it. So of course she's like, yeah, you have an event? Yeah, she's coming. Doesn't matter if it's a dinner or whatnot. She knows that you've got this event going on and she'll be there.
Cool.
All right, she's pulling her energy back on. I hope this was helpful.
It was very helpful. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Okay. Where am I going now? All right, Brandy. Now you're walking. You're not driving. I can make you close your eyes now. Let me know when you can hear me. Of course, now she freezes. Ha! You just got to take me off mute, hun. You got to figure out how to take your mute off now.
Okay,
Hi.
I got it.
You're walking fast,
Okay.
too. Are you on your way
Hi.
somewhere?
Yeah, got called into work. I'm heading to work, but I got time.
Okay. No wonder they're like, hurry up, let's go. Her first, her first, her first. Okay. But if you're moving, we might freeze here. So Because you just froze on my screen there. We'll give it a second. Sometimes this happens if you're not plugged into a Wi-Fi or something, then it's really hard to connect. There we go. Can you see me now?
Okay. I see you.
Awesome. So just stay really still for me if you can. Get it into a good connection and then just try to stay still, okay?
Okay.
Awesome. Who do you want me to connect to, hun?
My mom or my best friend.
Aw, I heard you don't have to choose, honey. We're together. I'll bring her with me. Okay, let's do this. Ready?
Mhm.
Both feet flat on the floor, hun. I want you to close your eyes and then I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath, starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. Got it. Now they are kind of coming through together. They both have distorted energy around them. Okay, so here's the thing. There's some piggybacking energy going on with these women, but they're so strong. I gotta like push them back a bit because they're gonna make me throw up. And when they both come at me at the same time, I can't decipher who's speaking. I think we're starting with mom. She's taking me to the head. My head is so hurting so bad. I don't know if this is somebody passed from an aneurysm, a stroke, if there was trauma to the head. All I know is at the end of my world, my head hurts and it feels like in different ways for both of them. Somebody I see spinning, which is like either I was in an accident, I taste blood. One of these deaths was very traumatic. When I taste blood, that's my symbol for trauma. It does not necessarily mean that there was blood when somebody passed. It means their passing was extraordinarily traumatic. Do you understand that?
I'm not sure how my best friend died. I never really got a true answer.
So unexpected. So your mom's letting her go first because she
Okay.
knows you need this answer. The thing is, do you understand if this was like, I don't think that she left this world on her own, on her own.
No, no,
You understand that?
I think so.
Because I'm getting that validation and I'm getting the J, which is usually my symbol for justice. Now, they will take me through their passing from their experience, not ours. Now, it almost feels like overdose or like drugs in some way, shape,
Yeah.
or form, substance, but I feel like I was lied to or I was tricked. I would never have done this had I known. I would never have done this or taken that chance had I had known. I would never have decided to leave this physical world. And don't get it twisted, this is not suicide.
No, I know.
See, this is what moms do. Your mom knows you want to talk to her too, but she knows that you need to hear from your best friend, so she's letting her go first. I see tattoos ×2. Do you have a tattoo for the both of them?
Okay. No,
Why does they show me ×2? It's coming
my mom passed in June and then she passed in November. I lost them both last year.
in the same year. Okay, slow this down. Your friend is like, okay, come back here, tattoo ×2. They don't change the message just because I don't understand it. They just line up the puzzle pieces a different way so that you can understand them. Either two people got tattoos for her. You've thought of getting a tattoo. There's two different people. I'm not sure. Tattoos ×2. Her.
She had a ton of tattoos.
Have you thought about possibly getting one for her? Funny because she's showing me that she's like, I don't care. Just tell her it again. Tell her it again. She can hear my thoughts. I know she can hear my thoughts. Tattoo, come on. I think she's trying to convince you to get one. It's like,
Probably.
because their voice sounds like a thought that interrupts the rest of your thoughts. So if you've always said, I'll never get a tattoo, and then since your friend died, you've thought and maybe flirted with the idea every now and then, you're hearing her voice talking to you.
Uh-huh. Yeah, 'cause she was covered.
Still is. She's so proud of those tattoos still.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
She's like, still is. Look at me. They're beautiful.
Oh yeah. Yep.
She's talking about a really bad relationship and she's saying, okay, this is something I would say only over my dead body. Ha! Literally, is that you were right. He's a bad influence. Okay, there I said it. Bad influence. There's a relationship in her world. I think it's a gentleman, but it could have been a female. All I know is she's validating that people were trying to let her know that these were bad influences or that she was going down a trickier path and that you were
I
right.
did always. Yep. She married the jerk.
God, yeah. She's like, and she would never admit here in the physical world that he was a bad influence on her, would she? Only when she was really pissed off. She said, other than that,
Yeah.
Okay. Your mom's hugging her. She goes, don't worry, sweetie. I'm going to take care of her over here. I am here with her. And even though I wasn't her mom, I knew her very well because she feels like another daughter to your mom.
We were best friends since we were 16.
Your mom needs you to know that she can move and she's got no more pain anymore. She's showing me the body scan, which is my symbol for more than one issue in the body or pain throughout the body. And I feel like
Yes.
I'm having trouble moving. It hurts everywhere.
She was in so much pain. I
Thanking you for
feel like I let her down.
no, sweetie. See, she's showing me the choices and decisions, thanking you for all of the choices and decisions that you made at the end of her world. You made all the right choices and decisions. You did not let her down, let me tell you. She shows me over and above that you loved her over and above what she ever expected. I feel a moment of not being able to communicate back, and I hear murmuring. I'm trying to communicate, but I don't know that you can understand what I'm saying. Do you
Yes.
understand?
Yes. At the end.
I think what was happening is you were sitting there talking to mom saying, I'm sorry for this and I'm sorry for that. And I loved you for this and I loved you for that. And she's trying to tell you to shut your pie hole because you are the most perfect and amazing daughter in the entire world. And she does not want you viewing your life as something to be ashamed of as she exits this physical world because you are what she is most proud of in this physical world. I'm telling you, this mama is loving on you like I feel from grandmas usually. She's like, I love you, I love you, I love you, doing the whole grandma gush thing. She's singing, you are so beautiful to me. She's spinning you around, which is my symbol for taking better care of yourself, watching over yourself, eating healthier, exercising, or a change of lifestyle. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You've been trying to make these changes since she passed, hey?
Yes.
She knows. She's helping you with that. She handed you a 4-leaf clover. Did you get a sign from her on St. Patrick's Day, or how do you understand the 4-leaf clover?
Um, we kind of always used to laugh because always said we were Irish. Um, yeah, she used to celebrate St. Patty's Day a lot. It was one of her favorites.
It's so funny. When you said that, she goes, can you remind her of that, please? Because this year all they did was cry. Did you hear what they said to the lady before you? Celebrate my birthday. Plan the party, plan the cake, because when you do those things that you used to do with them, they will show up with signs and symbols. You will feel their presence. Your mom is not gone. She's still here, loving you and guiding you and communicating with you, just in a different way.
Okay.
She's definitely showing me the rose-colored glasses, which is my symbol for seeing things differently on that side than she did here in the physical world. It's like, I wish I would have taken better care of myself here in the physical world. She's taking some responsibility for the way that she passed, which does not mean that she had intention or it's her fault. It means that I could have done things differently to try to be healthier here, and I know that now.
Yeah.
And that's why she's so darn proud of you for all the changes that you're making right now. She's giving you a car too, honey. What does that mean? And your friend is all excited about this too. You need a new car of some sort. Either a new car, you need the one you have fixed, something like that, because they're getting all excited and it feels very shiny.
Oh, yeah, I'm planning on in the next couple of months getting a new vehicle. I've been trying to save for it.
So before you do that, you don't need to do that on yourself by yourself. I mean, you can do it by yourself, but it's so much better if you do it with them. So tell them to line you up with it. Tell them what kind of car you want. Tell them what color, what make, what model. Tell them what price you want. And then just say, all right, guys, line it up for me and watch them line it up in your world so that when you go to get that car, you're going to get such an amazing deal on it that it will be mathematically impossible to be fluke, random, or chance. And you feel their presence. Um, I don't know how your mom is related to them, but she just thanked them for bringing you here. She's like, deep breaths, kiddo. It's like baby steps forward. I don't know if they've been trying to tell you to come for a little while or they've been trying to help you get some clarity for a little while, but you have to be ready sometimes, right? And she's
Right.
like, she's walked you here, baby steps, getting you ready to be ready. She wants to teach you her new language so that you can hear her and feel them around you your entire life. That there is not going to be any death. And your best friend exactly is like laughing about this. I'm playing Michael Jackson really loud in my head. Talking
Oh,
about how
God.
she gets to hang out with Michael Jackson on the other side. They don't usually bring through famous people. Do you understand that with your friend?
Yeah, she was all about music. All about music. She never watched TV, hardly ever. It was always music.
So she's hanging out with all the stars on the other side.
Oh, I believe it. I would believe it. She was something.
She's like, why are you grieving me not being stuck in that very difficult meat suit? I'm grieving you still in that meat suit. I'm up here hanging out with the superstars. You can be down there sloughing it in that hard place we call Earth. I'm up here living it up with the stars.
Yeah,
Are
that's
your
her.
are your birthdays close together? She's showing me the two dates close together around her and you. And I don't know if that means your birthdays are close together. She passed right around your birthday or another special day. Two very important days close together.
It's her birthday is May 11th, and my son's birthday is May 18th.
Yeah.
7 days apart.
Oh, she loves that kid. She just gave him knee patches. Your son's a real boy's boy, hey?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he is. He's been a handful.
Is he like 8 or 9?
My granddaughter is 9.
Yeah. So she's not missing a beat of it. And I see like ATVs or dirt bikes or something like that. I don't know what I'm seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand that?
Raylan, my granddaughter, rides four-wheeler.
She's with you. She's seeing it all. She's not missing a single beat of it. She wants you to let go of the pain, honey. Because the more that you think about how dare you, how could you have done this? How could he have done this to you? How did this happen? The more you are frustrated with all of that, the harder it is for you to feel her presence in the physical reality. Because every time she tries to send you a sign or a symbol, you remember she's dead and that causes you pain. The next time you feel a sign or a symbol, I want you to celebrate that she's right there with you. She said that's what the dreams have been about. She's not trying to haunt you with the dreams. She's trying to help you understand. So you keep having pieces of dreams. It feels like you wake up and you can only remember a tiny little piece.
Yes.
And you know that she's with you. You just don't understand what she was saying.
Yeah.
You want to know why that's happening?
No.
No,
What?
you don't want to know why?
No, I do.
You don't know why it's happening, but I'd love to know why it's happening. Well, I write about this in my book too. If you haven't read this yet, pick it up
Yeah, I
because,
want to get that.
pardon?
I want to get that book.
This is why I wrote it, because it's for situations like this. See, the thing about our dreams is that they are literal interpretations of how we feel about our physical reality. So what that means is how you feel about your friend's death is how you're going to see it when she tries to come to you in your dream and let you know she's okay. Now, Spirit showed me this many years ago with a lady that came to me whose mom died a month before she came to see me, dropped dead of a heart attack right in front of her. And this lady was in hysterics when she came to see me. And she wanted to know why her mom was mad at her. I was like, why do you think your mom's mad at you? And she said, because every night I'm having a dream that my mom is chasing me with a knife and trying to kill me. And she was my best friend in the physical world. And I need to know why she's doing this. And why is this happening? Why is she mad at me? I was like, sweetie, your mom is not mad at you at all. You feel like your mom's death killed you. So therefore, when she tries to come to you in your dream, you see it as she's killing you. Our dreams are visual representations of how we feel about our physical reality. Now, your friend keeps trying to come to you in your dream, but you keep twisting it through your own pain. So what she does is she doesn't wake you up until the very, very end of it. Now, what I mean by that is that we only remember the dreams we wake up during. So we have like 50 dreams every single night, but you don't wake up during one dream going, oh, this one's boring. I want to go back to the dream I had 3 before this one. Doesn't work that way. You only remember the dream that you wake up during. So if they want you to remember a dream, they have to wake you up during the dream.
Okay.
So she's only waking you up at the very tail end of it so that you know she was there, but you can't remember any of the twisted details because she's not wanting to hurt you. She's wanting to comfort you. So this is why they sometimes have to love from a distance until we're healed enough. Here's the thing, when you have a dream about her that doesn't get twisted and distorted through your own pain, that actually leaves you with the message that I'm still here and I'm okay and I'm right here with you, she's going to wake you up. She's going to wake you up and she wants you to wake up going, oh, you are here. Yay, you're here. I just had a visit. She does not want you waking up feeling like you lost her all over again. And both of these deaths are so close together and so compact in your heart that if
Yeah.
she were to give you a dream right now, you would twist it. And if she woke you up like that, you would feel that trauma and the losing of these people all over again. And that's why they have to wait to be able to give you a clear dream. But this is why you keep waking up with that faint memory, because that's the best they can do to let you know that they're with you. They got the balloons and the letter as well. I think it's your mom shows me a letter and she shows it close to her heart. Did you write her a letter after she passed?
No.
You say no, she still got the letter tucked to her heart. Slow this down.
No, I don't know.
She's still showing me something has been written. Write it out. Do you have a journal that you keep?
I used to.
I just got the message. So she wants you to write to her what you signs and symbols that you want to see. She wants to write you to write to her your pain and the things that are going through and tell her how you can help. She can help you. She wants you to write it down from your pen to her heart. She puts it right here. She hears everything that you see. Hear what she just did there? She hears everything you hear, sees everything you see, feel everything you feel. Your job is to redirect yourself moving forward. Don't get drowned in the pain, because if you focus on the pain, you just get more of it. She wants you to write out what you want, write out the good stuff coming up, write out how you want to see her, write out about the signs and symbols that you're hoping she'll send you, and watch for those connections lining up in your world. And this is very weird. She gave you hot dogs. Don't think I'm missing this picnic. Where do you live?
New York, upstate New York.
You guys got snow there.
Yeah.
I don't think you guys usually get snow because she's like cleaning off, or not like that. She's cleaning off the barbecue and she's like, we're still having this picnic. There's something about hot dogs and hamburgers and a picnic or a barbecue.
She was a bartender and she always threw this party in Labor Day, and it was called Flatlanders Go Home. And what that meant was all the city people went home and we lived in the country, and she always threw this end of the year party. And it was like a huge barbecue.
She passed the torch to you, sweetie.
Yeah, I had it. I did the party in her honor. last year.
She knows. And people wrote to her. She has those letters too. She shows me those letters again. Everybody wrote to her. I feel like they wrote things. There's a book or there's a card or there's something. When you said that party, I saw the writing. She's like, I know. And I got the writing right here.
I did a picture board with a bunch of her pictures and wrote on the poster board.
See? She knows. Even though I said, what did you write for your mom? I didn't write nothing. Your mom's like, oh, don't believe her. Ha ha, yes, she did.
Yeah.
She used it as an example to teach you how to write to her what you need to see. And then she brought me right back to what she was talking about.
Yeah, that's what I did.
So she knows, and she has that picture up there. She's holding it in her heart. She's like, you might have the physical representation down there, but I have the non-physical representation up here. Thank you for doing that. And she's literally showing me passing the torch on to you. She knows that you've taken this on. So this last year you did it on your own though. This year you're going to do it with mom. Don't cut her out this year. You tell her, all right, mom, you're in charge of this and you're in charge of that. You're in charge. She wants to be in charge of the food, just so you know, and the liquor. It feels like there's definitely drinking there.
Always drinking. It was a huge drinking party.
That's what she said. She's like, you just put me in charge of that bar, baby. You put me in charge of that bar. I'm going to get them so drunk they're going to be leaving $100 tips. Don't you worry.
Yep, that was her. She's always happy.
She's
Wow,
still-
why'd my volume go down?
Oh, and not only did your volume go down, but you took yourself off mute there, honey. Isn't that funny? Spirit's just proving they can interject when they want.
Oh,
As she pulls her energy back, she gave you a deck of playing cards.
mm.
Are you guys just playing cards, or is that her favorite thing to do?
She played a lot of cards.
Euchre. Oh, you guys are you understand euchre?
I don't know.
She definitely understands euchre because I heard that one. Grab all those card games.
What are you doing here?
Your card game named Asshole? I literally heard cards and
Yes.
asshole.
Yep, there is. There is.
I'm like, there better be. If you're showing me a butthole, that better mean cards, a game, not something else.
Yeah, there is.
As she's pulling her energy back, she goes, okay, now we can pull her energy back. That's how I want my girl. Laughing, knowing I'm here, talking about, show me signs and symbols, mom. We're planning this party together, and you watch that be the best freaking party that you've ever had.
I plan on it.
She loves you so much. She's pulling her energy back now, throwing love and love and love your way. I hope this was helpful, hon.
It was very helpful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Christina, thank you.
Aw.
You're welcome.
Just so you know, your best friend just shot the rainbow at you, which symbolizes an end to the conflicting times. In the Bible, the rainbow symbolizes that God will never flood the world again. It came after the flood. It symbolizes an end to the trouble, right? So when she's showing you that rainbow, I think she's trying to reassure you that there's not going to be any more deaths anytime soon. Feels like you're hyper aware, waiting for another shoe to fall because it's been such a hard year. And she's like, you let her know that the rainbow is here, that the worst is through, and that you have peace now. It's about getting focused on where you want to go and connecting with them and watching them guide you along the way. They will show you they're not gone. Do not let yourself use past tense words around them. Was, were, things like that. It's is and are, because they are still here.
Okay.
What I love about this is they're pulling their energy back is they got you to be, this got so clear the second we connected. Even though it was all broken up and disconnected before we connected, look at how clear it came the second that we got in connection. When you get in connection with their energy, everything will clear up. And I'm going to give you a song I want you to go listen to when you're done here. It's from your best friend.
Okay.
Because she's all music, and I don't think this is a song you've ever heard before because she didn't do the Christian thing when she was here. But you know what? This is not so much a Christian song as it is where she is on the other side and how she
Okay.
feels. called
Okay,
Scars in Heaven. Scars in Heaven by Casting Crowns.
okay,
Go listen to that song. I think you'll find a lot of meaning in it because she needs you to know that she's still with you and she's never going to leave you.
okay.
All right, hon. I'm going to let her
Thank
back.
you.
You're very welcome. Okay, Tawny, I'm coming to you. Can you hear me? You just got to take me off mute there, hun.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi. I can hear you, but I can only see you from the eyebrows up. There we go.
That had me. Oh, hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Your energy is
It's
interesting.
good.
Have I read for you before, Tawny?
A couple times.
Because your energy is a little familiar, but I'll tell you, we haven't even connected yet, and you've got, I don't know what this means, but you've got demons fleeing out the window. So what that shows me is that you have connected to some more positive energy and disconnected from things that were holding you back. Whatever that is, you've made some big changes in your world because I'm seeing that negativity fly out the window the second I connect your energy. We haven't even really connected yet. That's just what I can see off the top of my head. Massive change going on around you. Whew. Who do you want to connect to today, hun?
My dad.
Man, is this man proud of you. He steps forward in a gorilla suit, beating his chest like this, because this is my symbol for pride. And when they're when they want to emphasize that, they put on the gorilla suit so that we don't get it twisted. Oh, that's how proud he is of you. Okay, let's do this. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take a deep breath. Picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body and then blow it directly towards me. And give me a minute to focus. Man, is your dad proud of you? Okay, as he steps forward, he goes, we better go through the how I died thing really quick. I've told you this before. So it's not the first time I've connected to dad, hey?
Yep.
My throat's burning and my head hurts and I feel sudden unexpected traumatic passing. I don't know if this is actual heart because I feel it go up here or if this is accidental overdose or something, but even my ear all the way up my head is hurting.
Yeah, it was an accidental overdose.
Yeah. No wonder he's so proud of you. When I said I saw the demons fleeing, this is what I mean. You've disconnected from addiction recently, haven't you? Some type of addiction.
Yeah.
There's many different ways, many different things that we can be addicted to, but you have disconnected from some type of addiction recently, yes? I'm telling you, I saw them fly out the window, sweetie. Your dad is so freaking proud of you because as you break that generational chain that's been passed down from generation to generation to generation, you free him and all the souls that come after you from that chain. He's sending a lot of signs. He's showing me, I think it's hawks or eagles. I don't know. Hawks are a little smaller than eagles. I don't know which one. One of them is like an animal that he's using to connect with you and communicate with you as a sign. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Have you been seeing them in the sky, or how do you understand the hawks or the eagles?
Well, I used to see them quite often. Not really as much anymore.
You want to know why? See,
But
he knows you want to know why. When I say, do you want to know why? I'm being facetious because they already know you want to know why. That's why I'm asking you that question. Because you're being upgraded. Now, what I mean by that is that your dad, it's not enough for him to just only have 2 or 3 signs to communicate with you. He wants you to have a much bigger vocabulary so that you can feel his presence whenever he's around. So in the beginning, when they first pass, they'll use a sign or symbol that you understand all the time because you understand it. It's kind of like kindergarten though. Once you get used to reading see Dick and Jane run, they, that once you understand it and you get really good at reading that, then you get the harder books. You go to the next grade. And so what's going on is not that your dad's not communicating messages anymore. It's just that he's teaching you more advanced language so that he's not limited to hawks and eagles. See what I'm saying?
mhm.
You put the graduation cap on your head and again is showing me pride. Did you just go back to school or are you thinking about going back to school?
I'm thinking about it.
Because he touched you here and he's so proud of you for this. See, when you were, what kind of addiction was this that you have released from yourself recently?
I wouldn't say it was an addiction, but I was drinking like here and there.
See, that makes sense to me. Okay, so let's
Yeah.
not use the word addiction. We'll use the words alcohol. Because do you know what alcohol means?
No.
It stems from the ancient Arabic word al-ghul.
Hmm.
Ghul, as in ghosts. This is why we call alcohol spirits. This is why we call it booze. The first thing I saw when I looked at you was demons fleeing. Do you want to know why? Because demons are attracted to alcohol like moths to a flame. Because alcohol means body eating spirit. What happens is when you drink alcohol, it lowers your conscious ability to control your meat suit. That's why you do stupid things. You say stupid things. You black out because your consciousness gets pushed down and you become influenceable by demons all around you. They influence you to do stupid things, say stupid things, cause trouble and trauma in your world. That's their job. So I see demons fleeing out the back window the second that I connect with you. And I got your dad coming saying, I'm so freaking proud of you. You broke a generational chain when you stopped drinking. Because it might
Hmm.
not be an addiction now, but that's something your entire family has dealt with for many generations. You understand? So by you
Hmm.
choosing not to drink, you are breaking that addiction for yourself and the family members around you, and you're helping free your dad from the pain that he feels in that. Now, let me say this carefully because he's not in pain on the other side, but what the dead have told me is that there isn't really such thing as hell in the way that we've thought of it. Is that the hard part for them is getting to the other side, being able to look down and see everything going on and watching the children that they love the most, the people that they love the most be weighed down under the habits and behaviors that they taught us. Because now that they're on this other side, seeing us be weighed down by these, they feel bad about that. So when you break that addiction, you break them, or you break them, you free them from those guilt feelings, and you lead by example for the rest of your family on how to break those generational chains. So what happened is the second that you decide to stop drinking and you start making those choices and decisions, those demons flee away from you. So now you can make positive choices and decisions that are going to take you on a positive timeline. You see what I'm saying? The reason why you're thinking about going back to school now is because you're ready. You're ready to be ready. When you were drinking, you knew you couldn't go to school because you weren't in the right mindset for that. Okay, slow this down. Your dad is buried, correct?
Yeah.
Because he wants me to go see his burial site. He said he is so proud. He's so honored. I feel like he's been honored again and again. How long has your dad been passed, honey?
Probably like 10 years now.
That's why he's saying again and again, because it feels like every time you go there, you were honoring him. And there's been ceremonies that have honored him since he passed. He's talking about being honored and his burial spot. Do you understand that? What is so special about
Mm,
the way he's buried? He's still taking me there and he's telling me he's honored, but he's talking to you, not me.
maybe because he's by both of his moms who raised him. I don't know.
Yes and no. So when you say he's by both moms that raised him, he's like, I am safe and at peace on this side with all of them. And there's a lot more than just the moms there. But it's about somebody has gone there and honored him. Somebody has gone there and spoke to him. Somebody has gone there and I don't even know how to explain this. Either somebody's gone to his gravesite and has spoken out loud to him, or has gone and laid flowers on his grave every birthday, every anniversary of his passing. I don't know. I know that he's taking me there and talking about how he's honored again and again and again. He hears every time somebody comes and visits him there. Oh, that's interesting. And then he looks at you and he shows me my sign for thoughts, and he's taken them out. He's like, I don't want you to think of it that way. I'm not in that grave. I'm here. And so you haven't been to your dad's grave for a while, have you?
No.
He does not want you to feel bad about that, because it's interesting. You know that when you go and you visit him, that you are honoring him. But what you don't know is that when you're thinking of him, you are honoring him as well. See, he can hear your thoughts, and he knows you're beating up on yourself for not being there. I was like, why do you keep taking me there and showing me that that's honoring you? And as soon as I said that that's how you think you're supposed to honor him, he showed me thoughts, and he's like, all you have to do to honor me is just to think about me and love me and talk about me. That's it. And I'm with you. He's got the shotgun, hun. Are you single?
Yep.
You know what that means, right? Protection. He's very much protecting you. He's like, you're gonna be okay though. Why do I feel like he said she's younger than you think, Tracy. How young are you, honey?
I'm 20.
Oh my goodness sake. Okay, this is why. Because he's protecting you. It feels like you haven't had a major serious relationship yet. Because as soon as I saw the shotgun, he's like, you gotta let her know she needs to be safe to be in a relationship. She needs to feel safe to be in a relationship. And the guy that your dad is gonna help bring into your world is gonna be handpicked by him. He's just going again. Do you see how beautiful my daughter is? Do you see how beautiful is? He needs you to know and wish you could see yourself through his eyes, because he can hear your thoughts. He's talking about hearing those thoughts. He's like, that is my beautiful daughter that you are talking to there. So what he's showing me is that sometimes you've wrestled with those negative thoughts in the past. And so I think that's, believe it or not, that is another type of addiction that a chain that we break. We can get addicted to those negative thoughts, believe it or not, because they produce hormones that satiate us. It's hard to explain. I don't want to get stuck on that. But what he's talking about is that you were stuck in a very negative thought cycle for a while, and that you're coming out of that now. And he's trying to help line you up with signs and symbols and things that will take you to positivity. That's why you're starting to think about, I can go back to school. I can do this now. What does this mean? Slow this down. One step at a time. It feels like you're in a very busy house. I can feel people all around you. Is there like 4 or 5 people where you live at least?
4.
Is there kids? Because it feels really loud sometimes. And I don't know why he's telling me it's so loud, but it literally hurt my ear.
No.
He's still telling me, oh, I wonder if that's because of your headphones. Do you put those on so loud sometimes that you can't even hear your own brain? Are they like so loud? Because he's like putting it
My
in my,
music, yeah.
because he hears you. It's like, turn it down. You can't hear your own thoughts. He's wishing you, I think it's a happy birthday as well. I'm not sure if it's to you or somebody else, but he's got a whole bushel of roses here, which is my symbol for birthday, anniversary, or a date that happens once a year. He's got a big bouquet of them. Who's got the birthday that just passed or is coming up? Feels like April.
My birthday is in May, but my auntie's birthday, who I live with, is tomorrow.
This is why he's got a bushel, because he knows. And there's more than that as well, he said. This is why I
Yeah.
got so many roses on the other side, because it's for all of you. Did you just go shopping or something recently? Why is your dad going in the mall with you? He's acting kind of silly. He's like, let's go. I'll go into the stores. No problem. I don't mind going into La Senza in the non-physical world. I can do that. Nobody can see me. He's like shopping with you and having the greatest time and being kind of silly about it. I feel like if he was here in the physical world, that's something he wouldn't really do with you. But now that he's in the non-physical world, he's going with you. Have you been in a mall lately? Do you need new clothes? Like, why would he be bringing up the mall and I'm with you and I'll shop with you? And he's literally got his wallet out. He's like, when daddy shops with you, you get big discounts because daddy's paying.
Yeah, I do want to go shopping.
Something you've been thinking about?
Yeah.
So before you go, you say, thanks, Dad, for coming with me. I need to know that you're here with me. Thanks for getting me great deals. You know, I've only got $100, so thanks for getting me such great deals that I get $200 worth of clothing out of this. Are you going to pay, Dad? You said you're paying. Show me the discounts. Show me the deals. And you watch how you walk right into the biggest discounts and sales that you've ever seen in your entire life. And you're going to feel Dad's presence, not his absence.
Mhm.
I feel like you need, are you got a thing to the dentist recently? He's talking about your teeth.
I do have an appointment in a couple weeks.
Was this just booked the last few days?
Yeah.
See, these are very randomly specific signs and symbols for your dad to prove to you that he's with you. I didn't say that to anybody else. I said that to you. That's something that was going on right here, right now, because your dad wants you to know that he's there.
Mhm.
And getting you a bigger TV. What does that mean? Did your TV get broken? Is it broken?
No, but I do want a new TV for my room.
That's what he said. He's like, and we need a bigger TV. And I was like, why? And I saw a crack. So I don't know if that means, oh, yeah, I get what that means. It doesn't have to be broken before you get a new TV. Ask Dad for the new TV. Watch somebody show up at your house and be like, oh, guess what? I don't need this TV anymore. You want this one? Whew. Ask Dad for what you want and let him line it up with you, and you'll feel his presence.
Mhm.
He said you smelt him and you felt him as well. Well, that rhymes. You smelt him, so there's a scent every once in, that is him. That is him, he said. That is me you're smelling. It's almost like sometimes when it's been that long since they've been passed, it's like I can't remember your face, I can't remember your smell, I can't remember. And so he's like, smell me now. And he made you, I know that sounds funny, but he made you feel, there's smell that scent that reminds you of him. You know what he's talking about?
It's kind of like I smell smoke, but other times my brother will come in my room and he'll be like, "Oh my God, it smells like an old man in here." And I'm like, "I don't know what you mean."
It means your dad is standing right there with you, loving you and protecting
Mm.
you. A daddy's love never goes away. He's still sending you all kinds of signs and symbols, and a lot of the messages that have already been passed through were for you as well. The dreams, the connection, how to write your reality, write it down, what you want him to bring you. It's called spelling for a reason. Our words, when we write them down, are spells that get cast out into the world and pull it back to us. That's why it's called spelling. So never write down your pain because you're just going to call that towards you. Write down the blessings, write down thank you for, and watch him line it up in your world.
Mhm.
Kiddo, your dad is so proud of you. And again, he's emphasizing that when you chose not to drink anymore, you did break an addiction. It might not be yours yet. It hasn't cemented inside of you strong enough to be an addiction yet. But it was their addiction, and it would have been yours had you not made that choice not to drink anymore. Making that choice not to drink anymore stops that addiction in its tracks. It's like a matchbook. If you have a bunch of matches, okay, and they're all lit, now this one lit is going to light that one, which is going to light that one, which is going to light that one, right? But if I take one of those matches and I go like that, now you stop it. You see what I mean? It can't go any further. This is about relationships too. He's gonna line you up with somebody amazing, and you're so young. It's interesting. He's like, he goes, tell her the men are like buses again. He said again. So if I've read for you before, she even laughs when I say that. I've said that to you before, haven't I?
I think so.
Men are like buses. It comes out like this because my grandma's this little French lady and she used to say this to me. Tracy, men are like buses. There is another one coming around the corner every 5 minutes. You'll be careful which bus you get on, because if you get on the wrong bus, he gonna take you to Chinatown. It'll take you 10 years to get off that bus, walk back to this bus stop and be ready to get on another bus. And what that means is that if you get into a relationship that is the wrong relationship, it can hurt you so bad that it'll take you a long time to be ready for another relationship. Now, in your case, I think what this means is you've seen bad relationships around you a lot. So you're a little afraid to get on any frickin' bus. You're like, are you kidding me? I don't want on none of y'all buses. I'll stand right here. I'll make my home at this bus stop. Screw y'all. And your dad's like, nah, honey, I'm going to send you somebody that is amazing. But you just got to tell him who you want, what qualities you want in a person, what is important to you, and then watch for the signs and symbols as he lines it up in your world. But it's not the first and foremost thing on your agenda right now, because it's getting you stable and situated, which is why you're thinking of school and what choices and decisions you want to make to get you to where you want to go, but you don't even know where you want to go yet. So he's like, go back to school. You can choose something that is temporary. So that doesn't mean you go back for a full college degree of something you don't know what you want. Sometimes Spirit will say stuff like this, like, for example, they'll get you to take like a little nail course on how to do nails or something like that, because it gives you a taste into it so that you can decide if this is what I want or if this is what I don't want in the industry before I actually invest into a college education for this. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like he's telling you to take that leap of faith. He loves you so much. He is so not gone. And it's funny because he's like, as he's pulling his energy back, he's like, hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Tell your mom I love her. Tell your mom I love her. I'm still here watching over her. And he gave her a yellow rose. Were your parents separated before your dad passed, hon?
Yeah.
The yellow rose is my symbol for separation. Well, it's always my symbol for friendship, but very often they will show it to me if they were separated or divorced. But your dad needs you to know that he's going to be one of the first faces that she sees when she gets over to that side, because he wants to heal with her. There's a lot of things that he wants to apologize for. Now that he can see things clearer on that side, he wants to reconnect and heal. And then tell her he likes her hair. Did your mom just get her hair done? Something about liking her hair like that, hun. What does that mean?
I don't know.
When I ask that, he shows me thoughts again. I don't know if mom's changed her hair, if she's been thinking about changing her hair, or if she's been worrying about her hair. All I know is he's showing me my symbol for thoughts. He can hear her thoughts, and he's saying, listen, I need you to let her know that she is beautiful just the way she is, and I love her hair just the way it is. He's pulling his energy back. I hope that was helpful, kiddo.
It was.
Good. All right, you get your butt in school because you're going to rock it, just so you know. Last message he showed is that if you could see how great you're going to do in this school, you're going to freaking love it. I saw honor roll. Honor roll. Interesting. All right, hon, I'm going to let him pull his energy back.
Okay, thank you.
You're so welcome. Okay, ladies, where am I going here? Amy, your sister's not here. We're going to start with you.
Hey.
Hi. Oh, goodness, you have so many people trying to jump in already. Who do you want to connect to?
I know, because like I thought about like 5 different people while I was sitting here, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know. And then I was like thinking one, but then it didn't feel right. And then I'm like, I don't know. My Uncle George.
Your loved ones are so funny today. Especially you guys, because he just went, ha ha, suckers! Literally like that.
Oh,
Is this your dad's brother?
yes.
He put the white blanket around your dad and he's like, kiddo, I got him. I got him. I heard your prayers. I know you're praying. I know that this looks frustrating right now, but you got to let spirit and God take people where they have to go at their pace, baby steps. He just put the white blanket around your dad and said that you're not the only one watching over him. But sometimes you have to let people fall on their face so that they can admit that maybe they're wearing two left shoes.
I know.
He knows that it's hard to feel so disconnected, even though you used to be, I don't know if you were like the favorite or the baby of the family or something, because
I'm the favorite. I was.
I know, and I can feel that disconnection right now. And so he's showing me the heart, which is my symbol for healing and reconnection. It's just a matter of time. Loves the new house. Oh, are you guys in the new house already?
Yeah.
He's putting up the curtains. He's telling you don't sweat it about the curtains. We'll fix the curtains. It's all good. What's going on with the curtains?
So Josh put up this curtain and he did it wrong.
No, I didn't. Did it right. It was right.
He was missing a whole piece. And
It was
I was
right.
like, babe. And then I fixed it and he goes, oh, that makes more sense.
See, those are the types of things that your loved ones will bring up to prove that they're there, because I can't know that. Loves it. He's like giving him blonde hair. Hey, I'm not going to take that personal. Teasing him as he should have been born a blonde. It's like, suck it up, baby. If you're going to be in this family, you're going to have thick skin. Come on. Humor is our
I'm
love
really
language.
mean.
What?
I'm really mean. I'm sarcastic. I say what I want to say when I want to say it. There's like no filter.
Your
It
whole
just,
family is like that. I can feel them.
yeah.
He's got a very thick accent. It's funny because you guys don't really have an accent, but he has a thick accent. How do you understand that?
He was
Huh?
deaf. He was deaf.
Oh, you see how I hear things? It sounds like an accent to me because it doesn't sound clear like we talk. It sounds like an accent. It's very thick. So he's not deaf anymore. How do deaf people sound when they start talking, when they get that implant thing and they can speak? They have to speak.
Yeah.
They sound like they have an
Oh,
accent.
he said some things. Every time I think about Uncle George, I think, oh, bah, bah, bah.
I think of him every time she says that when she goes up, like, I don't know, when she tries to, like, when spirit's in her head and she's like, oh, if I sound like blah blah blah, I think of Uncle
Oh, bah,
George.
bah, bah.
Yeah.
He's not even offended at that joke, you guys. Not offended at all. Loves it. He gave you Cheerios and said it's not meant for 3 days a week or for 3 meals a day. Who's eating cereal, breakfast, lunch, and supper?
Josh would do that forever if he could. We just bought cereal today. We haven't had any in the house.
That's hilarious. So he's like, fine, you can have your cereal, but it's not meant for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You heard my earlier broadcast about how at least I hope you did. If you didn't see the one that I did first
I
on
didn't
Facebook,
get to watch it yet.
go back and watch that because there is messages in there that will help you as well, because part of the reason he's giving you this message is because you have had some health issues, and a lot of these health issues can be bypassed with healthy food.
I bought way better food today. I have been. I'm getting hit I had the stomach bug and now I had a belly button infection. Like, what?
Sweetie, you're
Yes,
not
that
getting,
is a thing.
listen to me, you're not getting hit. What's going on is all these toxins have to excrete from your body now.
It's killing me.
No, it's not. You're not going to use words like that. It is healing you. It is making you better. It is a rough patch, but I will get through this. It is so worth
Oh,
it.
I keep telling myself that, but I'm also like, bro, man, like, give the girl a break.
But here's the thing, you're asking to have a child. You're asking to get pregnant, which means you need a
Yes.
healthy body. And so they're trying to health you up, and you're like, whoa,
Oh,
slow down. But give me the baby. But slow down on this one. But I want a baby. You can't have both. You
oh
have
no,
to have
I
a
keep
healthy body.
dropping weight. I keep dropping weight.
I know, but here's the thing, you need a healthy body in order to support the baby.
I
So
know.
they're trying to get you healthy as fast as they can, which means they have to get those toxins out of your body as fast as they
Well,
possibly can.
they're doing a great job because this whole month has been ridiculous. But so many things lined up so differently this time. Like it felt like it was like supposed to happen.
It is. You're getting healthier. They are healing you from the poisons that have been in you so that your body can heal and support the child that you're asking them for. But before you are ready to have a child, because if you get pregnant in a body that can't support the child, you're just going to go through a miscarriage, and that's going to hurt you even more. And they don't want that for you. So you got to get your vessel clean before you decide to impregnate it. So the more you are like, please, please, please bring me a baby, the more quicker they are trying to heal you and get that shit out of your body.
They're doing a great job every single week.
So when you feel sick, your job is to see it as gratitude and know that this is what it feels like for the toxins leaving your body. It's like when I was trying to quit smoking, I literally wrote a letter to nicotine, die, motherfucker, die. Excuse my language. Because nicotine is a parasite, and the only way to kill it is to starve it to death. And once you starve it to death, it's no longer here going, feed me. And food and poison is just the same thing. The more ick you feel, like when you quit smoking, it's really hard and you go through some of the same things. You cough up all the mucus and you get rid of all that toxin in your body. Now, when you see that happening, you go, thank you, God, it's working. It's working. Yes. I would be more upset if you were doing all the right things, healing your body, and you didn't experience what you're going through right now. That would be concerning because that would mean you are not excreting the toxins. This is a very good sign. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Have you been trying to do a couple 24-hour fasts as well? Because I saw the 24-hour fast.
Yeah, I just did one.
Good job.
It
And
like wasn't on purpose, but I wasn't even hungry today, but he's making me eat.
the thing is that the longer so you've heard me talk about ketones before, right? So the ketones elevate the longer you go without food, and they help your brain. BDNF is what it's called, brain derived neurofactor or whatever it is. They give you lots of those. They fill you full of ketones, which makes it easier for you to concentrate, all of that kind of stuff. Slow this down. You've got a grandmother breaking in as well. She's like, oh, you thought you weren't kind of, I don't think so. I'm coming through. Because now we're talking about health and her family, and she feels a little bit responsible because she taught you guys to eat this way with all the good stuff. But see, many years ago, the good stuff was actually good for us. Butter, eggs, meat, fat. Those are good, healthy foods. But nowadays they've been poisoned. The milk is not the same milk that we drank 50, 60 years ago. The bread is not the same bread. Things have been chemically altered. So even though she taught you to eat with these kinds of foods, now they're hurting you in some ways. So she's very protective over you, getting you healthy so that you can have the children and the family that they want you to have. But this is just the first step in getting those toxins out. So visualize them leaving. Say thank you for them being gone. Thank you for the health coming in. I want you to understand that as you get sick and you release those, you get filled up with health. That's how it works. Your cup is never empty. So every single energy that is released, get excited, go, woohoo! That means I'm even healthier tomorrow. And oranges. Don't forget the oranges. Oh, citrus. She's wanting you to have citrus and lime. Citrus is one of the healthiest things in the that you can put in your body.
I love oranges.
Perfect. Eat them. Well, not as much oranges as lemons and citrus
Oh,
because
I love lemons.
lemons are literally the healthiest thing you could ever put in your body. Lemons kill cancer. Bill Gates tried for 3 years to petition the government to allow him to patent the lemon. Because if he can patent it, then he owns the patent and he can hide the patent so we can't have access to it. But they wouldn't let him patent something that grows in nature. And the reason why he wanted to patent it is because he controls the pharmaceutical companies. And they don't want you to know that you can be healed by healthy food. They want you to depend on their pharmaceuticals. You need to start incorporating lemon peel into as much as you can eat. Lemon peel, lemon peel, lemon peel. Unfortunately, most of the oranges that we eat now are GMO, right? So they're very sweetened. They have a lot of sugar. So eat them in moderation, but you go hard on those lemons, girl. Put some lemon peel, frozen grated lemon peel is the most powerful. That's what saved my life. I'm sure of it. I had a small dish of vanilla ice cream, sugar-free vanilla ice cream, loaded up with lemon peel, because then it has a consistency of like coconut, that, you know, that flakes of coconut, but it's not bitter. And you know how bitter lemon peel can be.
Yes.
But the ice cream takes the bitterness completely gone, and it just tastes like lemon flavored ice cream with like the texture of like coconut. I'm telling you, it's delicious.
Just funny that you're saying this because all through COVID, my dad made us drink this terrible lemon water every freaking day of my life that I lived there because I needed to be strong and I needed to be healthy, and lemons was going to defeat the world.
Dad's not wrong. He's not wrong.
It was terrible, Tracy. I had to choke it down.
Well, let me give you a better recipe for the lemon peel. You put it in your ice cream, grate
All
it,
right.
put it on your Caesar salad, do it in things like that. It doesn't have to be in a drink that tastes so bitter like that. But your dad is not wrong, and you come from a very psychic line. So he was given that information somehow, some way. He was given that information, and because he loves you guys, he forced it down your throat.
No, I love my father, but he
I know.
comes up with a lot of things. And I don't know which is true.
Yes, us. When you have abilities and when spirit is able to communicate through your thoughts, you do come up with a lot of ideas, right? But some of those are from our loved ones, and some of those, there's positive and negative forces all over. So I get what you're saying, but your heart will feel the difference. Your heart can feel the difference between love and fear. That choice that your dad made to give you guys lemons and stuff is definitely a decision. It's a little bit on fear, his fear of what's going on, but it's more love than anything, because it's like, I know that there's this danger in the world, so I researched it, I figured out what my family needs, and now I'm stuffing it down their throat because that's how I know to love my family. I tell them what to do and make sure they do it.
Was it twice a day? I don't remember.
Again, I have to say, he's not wrong.
I know. I'm just saying.
They love you so much. I know you wanted to connect to your uncle first. He's like, yeah, Grandma, get out of here. She has to talk to me. He's still with you, loving the new house, saying, don't worry, it'll come together over the next couple of weeks. It's all going to come together like a puzzle. I feel somebody's stressed. Is mom kind of stressed right now because it's in chaos?
No, I am.
Ah.
Mom's stuff was the first stuff set up. She was my priority. Everything was her first.
Got ya. That's why he said, Mom, and I can feel the stress of everything all over the place, because he knows that your mom needed that piece. So you worked all of your hard work to get her settled. And that's why he's saying baby steps. It'll all come together, one piece at a time.
I was a beast. I had a lot to do. And while I had all this sickness going on, and I'm like, I gotta do this.
No, you're excreting that from your body. That's also what it feels when demons leave, just so you know. I know this scares people when I talk this way, but you got to understand that demonic entities are not flesh and blood like we are. They are non-physical energies that connect to food and poisons and things that hurt you. And so, and they live in here. And like nicotine lives in here. It's a demonic of sorts, and it's like, feed me, you're addicted, you need me, you have to have me. It keeps you controlled, and the second that you break free from their control, it expels from you. My voice is hurting as I'm saying this. I can feel it coming up. It's like when you throw up, does it feel fun or does it
I
hurt?
hate it.
You're puking out all of those energies that have been preventing
Live.
you from living the dream that you want to live. Okay. He's pulling his energy back. Thanking you for asking him to come forward. He's like, because we know she's not. She just wants that kid, man. Stupid kid gets all the freaking attention. And he's like, teasing again. Thank God you guys speak sarcasm. I'm like, are you kidding me? Sometimes they say things that comes out of my mouth and I'm horrified. You read my book. It's like, but he's like, I knew I could get you with that one. He's definitely hanging out with Timmy on the other side, but a little jealous of all the attention he gets. Not gonna lie.
Well, Timmy's a hot commodity. I haven't talked to him in a while, but
He's still here.
I know.
It's like mommy's turn. Oh, he just jumped in your lap, honey. Have you had headaches recently, Christina? My head got sore for a minute there. I'm not sure what that is. Poor girl can't get her mute off now all of a sudden.
Jeez Louise, it wasn't working.
Do you understand the headaches, hon?
Yeah, I've been getting them.
See, your family is very sensitive to the non-physical world. I think I've been telling you this long enough, right?
No, it's been happening a lot lately. Like, I'm pretty sure Jimmy was trying to talk to me last night. I was sitting at the table and my ear kept like ringing. And I'm like, what are you trying to tell me? And it was after I had made that comment about feeling like I saw spirit in that reel. And then you just hearted it, and I'm like, well, maybe I am going crazy. And then my ear started ringing and stuff. And then I asked him what he was trying to say, and he's like, no, that was me. So I was like, what the? This is weird.
What the heck is going on? It's crazy making, isn't it?
No, but like, it was such a strong ringing and stuff. I'm like, you gotta like back up a little bit because you're killing me. And then it eased up a little bit and it came clear, but it was weird, I gotta say.
So your son's teaching you his language, and he's lots of talking to you there. So let me break this down for you. The reel that you commented on was the life is like a heartbeat. It's up and it's down. It's up
Yes.
and it's down. It's never flat, because if it's flat, you're dead. Now, your world and your home recently has been just like that heartbeat. It's up and it's down. It's up and it's down. It's giving you migraines. The energy all around you is heavy, right? So when you look at that reel, you see an orb on it, because spirit will emphasize their presence when they want you to pay attention to something. There isn't an orb on that. There couldn't be, because I didn't record it like I'm recording now. So we know that, which is why it's confusing for you. And that's the point. The point is for you to realize that it's not possible to be what you thought it was, and could only have been spirit getting your attention. And what they're trying to say is the answer to what has been giving you the headaches is in that reel. What was the message in the reel? Life is up and then it's down. It's supposed to be that way, because if it's flat, you're dead, which is a message that is saying, Mom, it's okay that things are high flying one day and feel sad the next. That's okay. That just is exactly how life is supposed to be. That doesn't mean you're stuck. That doesn't mean things aren't happening. That doesn't mean that nothing is in motion. It just means this is how life is supposed to be. Sometimes I think we get really bent out of shape when we're in the downward spiral. You see what I mean? And your whole family is going through a bit of a struggle right now around dad and the move and things like this, right? So you feel that downward struggle, and we start thinking this is bad. Why is this happening? Blah, blah, blah. And it's a reminder that, you know what? It has to go down so that it can come back up. This is the way it's supposed to be. Your son is teaching you his language with signs and symbols and feelings, and you feel it here in your brain because you are super sensitive to energy. And if you keep putting yourself, so it's like this. If all your friends spend every day going to a really loud concert and they tell you it's normal and you've never been to a concert and they want you to go see this concert with them, and you're like, okay, finally one day you agree to go with them, and you go in there and you're like, oh my God, this is so loud. How can you guys handle this? It's so freaking loud. And they're like, what are you talking about? It's barely a whisper. We barely even notice it. They don't notice it because it's been around them their whole lives. They're desensitized to it. But you, when you walk into that energy, boom, hits you like a ton of bricks. The message is that you are more sensitive to energy than the average bear. So if you allow yourself to go into positions that are saturated in negative energy or in stress, that you are going to feel that and manifest it stronger and quicker than anybody else. Now, the answer to that is not leave the environment right now, because that can't be done at this moment in time. I know you're making steps to get ready to be ready to leave the house. But in the meantime, you got to change the way you're looking at it. Nobody's stuck. Nobody's broken. Nobody is, and we know who we mean when I say nobody, right?
Yeah.
Just saying. What's going on is we are being trained to heal. We are being baby stepped through healing, and you can't change what you don't acknowledge. So sometimes people have to sit in their own stink for a while so that they can smell it before they're going to be inspired to change. And when somebody else is sitting in their own funk and you feel like it's affecting you, I want you to look over there and I want you to say, you know what? I'm so glad that you're sitting in that funk, because pretty soon you're going to smell your own shit, and then I'm going to know that you can change it. And I'm just going to focus on me being grateful that you're stinking up the joint over there, because now I can go for a walk. I can take myself out of this energy, and I don't have to take on that energy because I know I'm sensitive to it. So if I'm sensitive to it, I'm not going to jump right into shit river. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're trying to teach you how to love from a distance, because some of the people that we love the most are hurting people, not because they want to hurt people, but because they are hurt. And if you stub your toe and then somebody you love right after comes over and says, hey, are you okay? You're going to
I'll
tell them
just
where
go
to
to
go and how
Walmart
to
and
get
get
there.
one after, because it didn't work. There's no line. It's a faulty one. But I'm doing my reading, so I'll go get one after. No. All right, go ahead, Tracy.
Again, visual representation of what we were just talking about. Yes?
Yeah.
Sweetie, you're not stuck. Your son is so extraordinarily proud and excited of you for you. You've been looking at apartments and stuff as well, and I keep seeing April, 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 April. What are you saying here, honey? All the time, I can't hear you. Take your mute off.
Christina probably can't talk because my dad's listening.
Got ya.
Did you get the place? Did you get the place?
Yes.
Did you get it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited for you. Do you see what I'm saying?
eh,
I know you can't talk. That's okay. Amy will talk for you.
Okay.
well, I gotta text her then.
Okay.
Thumbs up,
I knew
yes.
it. I knew she wanted to talk. She's gonna text me. I knew she wanted to tell me because she mentioned it, but I knew he's listening, and I was like, "Oh, eavesdropper." Oh, Tracy, I read your book, and it's
Oh,
amazing.
thank you.
I thoroughly enjoyed it very much.
Aw. Well, I hope you guys will like the other one, because it's like the scary version of all those positive stories. You get, how I was kidnapped by a dead person and stuff like that. It's a lot scarier than the second one.
very intrigued and interested. You're an amazing person, and nobody becomes so amazing by having an easy life. And I'm very proud of you.
Aw.
And I'm very blessed that we met you because you've been super great to my family. And we really needed you.
Well, back at you guys. I needed you guys just as much. Don't make me cry.
I'm
I got my tools here. You're not supposed to make me cry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Josh just said that.
Well, I'm just
Okay,
glad
so
somebody
she
else
said
said
I
it for
can have
once.
the place. It's not the greatest, but they said I give them the first month rent and security. We can probably move in by the 6th or 7th. But ask her if I'm supposed to move to that place until we can get into income-based housing.
What did your son say last time? He's gonna get you into a place that'll be you can stay until the place you are waiting for is ready. Isn't that what he said? I would rather live in a box under a bridge in my own happy place than
That's
in
what I told
somebody.
my son.
See? And I'm telling you, you're going to make it look beautiful. It is going to feel so much like home. This is why you understand this is why you're getting the headaches, because they're trying to show you that the energy around you, you are sensitive to it. And not so that it's to punish you, but to see that it's the right time to move on. And you're not taking your name off the list for housing. You're still on the list. You're just going to be free, sweetie. You're not going to be in an environment that is feeling like stress all the time. You're going to have a chance to heal. I'm so
Yeah,
proud
but
of
the more I heal, I feel like the more I see them. Like the other day at the store, I was
you. Yes.
going down into another aisle, and I almost thought I ran into somebody. And I looked, and I'm like, oh, there's nobody there. I'm like, Timmy.
Yeah, you read my book? I've been tripping over stuff that wasn't there since before I could frickin' talk, let me tell you.
Every single one of us has ringing ears, constant headaches. I know Misty's seen Grams. I've seen
Yeah.
I've
things
seen all of
not
them.
there as well all the time.
Your family is very advanced consciously. A lot of your family is advanced consciously. And you have to understand that high evolutional souls do not incarnate into easy lifetimes. We didn't come here for a feathered nest. We are a light. You don't flash. When you're testing a flashlight, do you go into the brightest section of the store and shine it in the lights to see how well it works? Are you going to get a good understanding of how well that light works and if you're shining it in the light?
He's
No.
sleeping.
If you want to see how bright your light is, if you want to see how much it can help, you take that light and you shine it in the dark. So a lot of us high vibrational souls are incarnated into these struggling, tense,
He was in
dark
a deep
family
sleep.
lines because our job is to shine the light in these lines. Now I want you to understand what's going on right now.
Tracy, I just want to tell you, I deal with mediums and people all the time from up here locally. And I'm very, very happy that my cousins actually met you. And that's why I did not, and found you. And that's why I didn't want them to tell you, because I've jumped on your Facebook lives multiple times and I've done watched your other ones when you've been with them. And when I was told it was time for me to come on, I kind of told Amy I might come on. I didn't even tell Christina that I was coming on tonight, but you have been spot on and you've helped them so much that I am an avid reader. I have not bought your book yet, but I will be buying your book. I just have 8 other ones that I'm trying to read and 8,000 things that I'm doing all at the same time. And as much as I've dealt with other things, until I'm in the right mindset, I can't read it. And I know that, and I know where I'm at, but I've been doing so much learning on how to master my craft that's why I wanted to see, what you were about. But I'm really glad that they found you and you brought them more than the piece that they needed.
Awesome. You're so welcome. And like I said, it's because your family is white lighters. And so they're teaching you you're getting ready to be ready to be ready. So that when God calls on you, you will have mastered that gift and you will be not afraid to use it. See, a lot of us in the old world, when you said that, I saw some of the chains that you've operated in the old world, the shame and the misunderstanding about how advanced consciously you are. And things like that. So it was scary to use our gifts or to admit that we have these gifts in the old world. But those chains are being broken all around the world. Now is the time more than any that we are supposed to use our voice and shine your light. But what you just said is that yes, you can only read the book when you're ready because it's a frequency thing. So if your radio is on death metal, you can't hear classical music. So if your heart is your radio, if you are dialed into something that is painful, you can't resonate with peace. So when you're ready to be ready, it lines right on. But the good news is my book's only 141 pages. The first one. The second one's going to be like 500 pages because we'll see how well I can whittle that down. But it's a lot longer.
Yeah, I dropped the book off to Amy and she handed it back to me the next day when I was helping her move. And I was like, "You're done already? You probably had it done in 2 hours." She's like, "Yeah, I watched it in between my show."
I wanted to watch the Nickelodeon documentary, and I did. And wow, that's all I
All
got.
right, so I'll buy the book and take it to work and finish it.
It's beautifully written, easy read,
And
and
Timmy's in
so
there.
much stuff's in there, and Timmy finishes it.
All right. I'll go on Amazon as soon as we're done.
All right. Well,
Christina, you can deliver that to me in a few days.
Yeah.
let me summarize this for you, honey. What's going on here for you right now is that you're becoming very sensitive to the negative energy in the home right now, not because it's punishment or anything like that, but because they're trying to motivate you to move to the next level. It's time. Birth pushes you into the next thing that when you're birthing something in your world, it feels like pressure, it feels like pain. You understand? That's what you're picking up. It's their way of trying to get you to feel the energy here so that when you feel the energy in your new place, it's going to feel like home. It's going to feel like heaven. Do you still have that bedspread? Remember they got you a bedspread? Timmy got you a bedspread for
Yeah, that
Christmas?
I told you I was saving for the new place. Yeah.
He's showing me putting that up. He's so excited. But you know what he said? New bed too. Are you getting a new bed too?
No.
I see
You
Isn't
it.
the
better
Betty
find one on sale then because like that money's gonna have to go for the security and stuff. Like
What did you say, Amy?
isn't the bed you have like newer in
no,
store?
I mean no, the storage that was the bed Mary gave. I don't know if it was new.
Oh,
It was her queen size bed.
Shut up right now. They're new to you, still new. You have a bed in storage?
Yeah, for Sharif.
what happened to yours? Oh, you put it there.
It's here.
Take it. No
Well,
one's
yeah, I
sleeping.
am. I'm not leaving my bed. But what?
So new to you. So what they're showing me, a couple of things here. So Timmy put that bedspread and I saw him putting it on the new bed. He's like, new bedspread, new bed. And I'm like, new bed? And I wasn't sure what that meant. And then as soon as we validated that Sharif's getting a new bed, he's like, see, he's got a new bedspread too. So Timmy's going to send him one. It's funny. We've talked about this before too. I think that game
Yeah,
controller
with that
kind
game
of bedspread.
controller one, yeah.
Your new
Give
house
me
is
that deal then.
Your new house, sweetie, is going to feel so much like you. You're going to walk in the door and you're going to see pictures of Timmy. You're going to feel his presence. You're going to feel your home. You're going to feel your peace when you walk in that room. And you know what? That peace is going to pull you towards the home in low income housing so much faster. Because what were we just talking about? You can't line up with something if you're at a wrong frequency. You're in a frequency of tension. Your new home feels like ease and peace. You can't get to there from where you are. So you have to move from where you are to this next step, which feels like ease and peace. And then whoosh, it will pull it right in. I think within 6 months, definitely within the year, at the very longest, 6 months to a year, that place is going to be ready for you. Didn't they say that before? Just sign a quick 6 month or 1 year lease or something like that. It won't be for forever.
He said we can even do month to month if you want.
See? they've got your back, sweetie. I'm so freaking proud of you.
I told you I would also help with pickup for Sharif.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're going to send you all kinds of supports. You're going to have your family members. I mean, you have a really amazing family, honey. And your family, you got a family full of light workers that they have more love in their pinky finger than some people do in their whole body. And so they want to help you. They want to love you and support you. And so all you have to do is remember how to ask. Sometimes when we've been through traumatizing situations, especially like you have, you start feeling guilty for asking people to help you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was a year ago. That
Exactly.
was 2 years ago. Let me tell you something, okay? When you've been through something like you've been through, your family members just want to help you and they oftentimes don't know how. And they make mistakes when they try to help you. They say the wrong thing or they do the wrong thing, and it's not because they want to hurt you, it's because they want to help you and they don't know how. The most loving thing that you can do for your family is tell them how they can help you, because helping you helps heal them. Helping you gives them something to do that makes them feel like they are helping the situation, that they have something to do that is supportive. When they have no idea how to help you, that makes them feel powerless in the situation. Not only have they lost somebody they love, but now they're watching somebody else they love flounder and they have no idea how to help them. You help your family by being very specific about what help you need. That doesn't mean you go to them and you say, you do this and do that. Don't, I know you wouldn't do that. But all that means is that you have to just let your needs be known, and your family will step up because they love you and they care about you, and you have so much more support on the other side than on that side and this side than I think you realize sometimes. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, it's
Keep
actually
talking.
family that's actually helping me.
Pardon? What did you
It's
say?
actually family that's helping me
Yeah. Family
with the
here
place.
and there. It's funny. You need new furniture too?
Yeah, because like when I had to move from that place, like we got rid of like everything.
Because he showed me, it's funny because I had Leon's phoning me on the weekend. Leon's, guess what? It's our big sale of the year. You get the employee discount, blah, 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 whatever. And I'm like, I haven't bought nothing from you for 4 years. They just showed me that in my head. Timmy's sending you a message. So this is, and what he's showing me is so you read my book, right? So even before that book started, there was an even harder chapter before the baby was born. In that book that you read, I started that book when my youngest son was about 2 years old. In the first book, you're going to see me go through the beginnings before that. But there was a stage in the beginning there. Wow. Slow down, spirit. I got filled with a lot of stuff there. Where was I going before they just completely dislodged my brain there? What was I
You
saying?
said there was a chapter that you were in before the baby came.
Yes, but what was I going to describe to you before that? Before I said that, what was I talking about? See, this is what happens when you've been through trauma. Your brain, when you talk about certain subjects, it can fly off because the emotion around it. So if there's pain around it, your brain will dissociate
Well, we
that.
were talking about me having to start over with a lot of stuff.
Thank you. Ha! Because I dissociated through my own pain. Got it. I know what I was saying now. So before the part in the before baby came around, I left my husband. I left a marriage that was really bad for me. In the book that you read, I talked about having to go back into a shelter, but I was in shelters
Mhm.
before and I kind of referenced that. And before baby was born, I left my husband. I went into a shelter and I left him with everything. You take the house, the furniture, the car, the everything. I'm going to keep my kids and you're not going to fight me for custody. You get all the physical stuff and I get my kids. Got it? That was the deal that I signed. So I, just like you, had to start from zero. This is what they're showing me in my head, is that when I moved into that Calgary housing place, I didn't have a couch. I didn't have a bed. I didn't have a kitchen table. I didn't have any of that stuff. All I did was sit down and write a piece of paper of everything that I needed. And I made myself a promise that I was not going to accept hand-me-downs just to fill a spot. Because Spirit had taught me at that time that if you want something in your world, you have to create a space for it. So if you have an old, holy, beat up, rusty old, torn apart couch, you're going to keep using that couch much longer than you probably normally would or should if it's sitting there, and you're going to be less inclined to go out and get a new one the longer that old one sits there. But if that couch isn't there and there's just a big old empty space, now you're going to want to fill it up even faster. See what I'm saying? I want you to look at this home. I don't want you to go into it looking, and this is what Timmy's showing me because he's excited about this. He doesn't want you to go into that home thinking about what you don't have. He wants to go into that home looking at it as an opportunity to decorate it the way that you want, to spell out exactly what style you want, exactly what kind of couch you want. I want you to go, you ever seen like a vision board? I want you to make one of those for your house. Literally cut out of magazines, put it up so that your loved ones can see what you want so they can bring it to you. And what you're going to find as you are living there, just like I did, is piece by piece by piece, your house will start coming together. Every single thing that I own in my house is what I've gotten since I have been out on my own and I left that marriage. It is all the puzzle pieces that Spirit has brought me back to me. It is me. It is not a hand-me-down. It is not anything like that. It is everything I have earned in this world. And it's something to be proud of. And Timmy's showing you those things because he wants to decorate this house with you. He wants you to see there's so many benefits to this. The benefits is showing you how easy it is for you to create your reality. The benefit is for you to see how easy it is for them to line you up with what you've asked for so that you can feel their connection and their presence in this new house, not their absence. And Timmy's going to send you so many things to stuff that house full of your personality that you're going to feel his soul in that apartment as well. He's giving you like throw pillows. He's like, and we can get the throw pillows. Does Dad not let you have throw pillows on his couch or something? What is with the throw pillows?
No, we used to have throw pillows, and Timmy loved those.
He still does, because he's giving you throw pillows. And he's like, and we can have throw pillows again. And I heard pillow fight and literal. Oh, that's why he liked the pillows, because it was pillow fight. It was fun.
Yeah, he used to throw them.
So watch that be the first thing somebody gives you. Some beautiful, colorful throw pillows to put on your couch.
Well, actually, there is like a couch and like a sofa inside there, and they said we could have it if we wanted. And I
Thank
mean,
you for proving my point. Is
and
it
I
a nice
mean, and I
couch?
could. It's not too bad. It would do for now.
Mm-hmm.
So we have somewhere to sit.
That's what they just said, that you don't even have to try. They're going to keep sending you stuff. And if this isn't the one you like, you show them, cut out a picture, slap it up there on your vision board, and they'll send you the one you want. What are you going to say?
I have a table that you can have, that little one. Unless they already have one in there. I already told you could have that. And then I have dishes. I have Beyond dishes.
Yep.
If you need dishes, I have every box I saved for you from this move. And I have a tape gun and tape.
And all you got to do is tell us what you need, kid. You know we got you here.
I'm telling you, you have so much love around you. Your job is to just open your voice, tell them what you need, and let your family love you. Because loving you heals them just as much as it heals you.
Yeah, but it feels like I'm a nuisance. So
No, that's the
I
way
don't
you're
like
perceiving it.
asking.
See, if I tell you this, if you keep saying that to yourself, you are depriving yourself of getting the help and you're depriving them of getting help. How does that benefit you to keep saying that to yourself? What you just said, sweetie, is a thought that you have thunk many times, so many times that it becomes a belief, but it's not true. You can believe something that's not true. Da-da-da-da-ding! Did you hear this? My voice or my phone just do spiritual emphasis and I turned that sucker off, let me tell you. And yet it turned itself on. So long as you believe that asking for help from your family, not even asking for help, telling them what you need is being a nuisance, then you cut yourself off from being able to feel their love and you cut them off from being able to love you. How is that beneficial for you?
No, I mean, I'm getting better at it. It's just like, it's hard.
It's not hard. I'm going to stop you here because I got to stop you from thinking that, because what you are going through right now is you are thinking a thought you have thought many times and you think it's hard. It is not hard to control your thought. It's just that you have had way more practice thinking about it from that perspective than you have from a positive perspective. Watch this.
Yeah,
Close your eyes,
because
Christina. Shh. Zip it.
I
Close your
know
eyes.
why.
Close your eyes for a second. I want you in 30 seconds to describe to me what your house looks like standing outside as if you're looking at it right now. Go.
I don't know.
Yes, you do. Close your eyes, pretend you're standing on your step, and I want you to describe your house to me right now.
It's low
And
and gray. I don't know.
what else? Does it have a front door? Does it have a backyard? Does it have... Close your mouth.
Okay, I get your
Eyes.
point. You did this to me before.
We're doing it again, honey, and I'm not giving up until you help me here. I only need 10 seconds of your cooperation here, but it's very important that you understand this.
Okay, it's blue, it's gray, it has a front door. It
And
has 3 steps. In the summer it has like flowers. I don't know what flowers.
perfect. Now, it took a second, but it wasn't hard for you to control your thought, was it? All you had to do was sit your ass down and do what I just told you to do. Just do what you're
Yeah,
told.
because I get that because I meditate every day.
It's just what? It's just you have to understand that thought that you've been telling yourself for so long that you are a nuisance if you ask for help is a lie. And it does not help you or them to continue saying that to yourself.
Okay, but when you get help and then you get it thrown in your face,
Christina, the
That,
reason you are this way
that
is because of Dad and
okay,
because the
hold
way
on,
he
Amy.
treats you.
Hold on, Amy. Let me cover this one. Here's the thing. The reason why you believe that way is because you keep putting yourself in situations that reinforce that negative thought, not because it's true, but because you're in an environment where it keeps getting shoved down your throat. It doesn't mean it's true. You got all these people here arguing against it, telling you they love you and they want to help you and that helping you makes them feel better. And you're like, no, it doesn't. It makes me a nuisance. He said so. Listen to me. Just because somebody else says so doesn't make it so. You get to choose what you believe. If you believe that you're a nuisance, when you ask for help, you deprive yourself and everybody who loves you from being able to help you. When you understand that they love you so much and that what will make them feel better is knowing that you're okay, knowing that they have a part in making you okay, that makes them feel better. Do you understand? If somebody you loved lost somebody that was very important to them, would you feel better knowing there was something you could do to help them?
yeah.
That's what you got to give them that gift. Sweetie, you are not a nuisance. Helping you helps them and helps you at the same time. This is just a thought, a belief that you have carried on your entire life, but it is not true. And it is time for you to understand that it's not true. So the next time you hear that in your head, I'm going to give you some homework. Have I given you the elastic band homework yet?
I don't know.
So here's what the elastic band homework is, honey. Is that because I identify exactly with what you just said. That was me. I grew up abused. And let me tell you, my negative tape in my head was so loud. Like, you guys didn't hear my members earlier, and this will be in my book. But until I was 5 years old, I thought my name was Little Bitch, because that's what had been told to me so many times. I found out at kindergarten name or roll call when they called Tracy, and I'm looking around for who this little girl is that Tracy, and they're like, sweetie, isn't your name Tracy? And I'm like, me? No, I'm Little Bitch. And then the whole class starts laughing, and I don't understand the joke because I was conditioned to believe that. But it wasn't true. And it made me feel bad about who I was every single day. When the day, and the reason why I remember this is because the day that I found out my name is Tracy and not Little Bitch, I felt liberated. I was like, oh, thank God. I always wondered why they named me that. That doesn't seem like a very nice name to name your child if you love them. What I'm trying to say here is that if you have a belief that you have believed many times, you carry that through your life and you just keep repeating it to yourself over and over and over and over again, and you will line up with things that match that belief. You got to change that belief. And the way that you change that belief is by practicing a different thought. So back to the elastic thing here. So you get an elastic and you put it around your wrist and you keep it there. Now I want it to be a loose elastic. We don't want it cutting off any, yes, something like that. Nothing cutting off. You're already ready to be ready for this assignment, even if you didn't know it. So now you're wearing that around your wrist. Now what's going to happen is you got to get conscious of those thoughts that are hurting you. And that is one of the thoughts that is hurting you. So the next time you hear that thought come into your head, oh, I can't tell them what I need because then I'm an inconvenience. I want you to take that elastic band and I want you to snap that sucker so that you feel it on your wrist. And that jolts your brain into remembering, wrong direction. And then you replace that negative thought with 3 positive thoughts. So it goes like this. Man, I could really use some dishes. Maybe I should ask my family if they have any extra forks or any extra dishes. No, I don't want to be a burden to anybody. Wait a minute.
Okay, snap.
Snap. Christina, you are not a burden. Christina, asking them for help is letting them help you is the most loving thing that you can do because people don't know how to help somebody who's grieving. In my situation, losing a child is one of the worst things that you could ever go through in this world. And my family doesn't know how to help me. So telling them what I need so that they can help me is going to help them feel better as well as me. And helping, when I tell them what I need, I get what I need. And that helps me feel connected to the world around me. It doesn't serve me to believe that I'm a nuisance. That doesn't serve me. That's a lie. That is no longer allowed in my world. I am loved and supported in this world. And that's how you change it. You do not allow yourself to continue those beliefs that are not serving you, are not true, and are literally hurting you and those around you. You practice thinking positive, and not just positive about what's coming up, but positive about you. See, we just touched on something you didn't even think that you needed to work on, but guess what? It's because you're moving into a new environment and you're going to start planting these little seeds of positivity. We're not taking those old thoughts with you. As you move into this new environment, you're moving in with all the love and the support of your family that you've been asking for this entire time. And even though it may create a little bit of friction on the way out between you and Dad, that's all going to be repaired. Listen to me. It will be repaired. You got to understand that a father who loves his children knows that the best thing that is for them is to be out on their own, thriving and doing well in their own life. Living there under his roof in a toxic environment of negativity and frustration is not good for you or your children. And I don't think your parents want that. I don't think your dad wants that. He's in that state of spinning, as we've talked about before, right? So you can't convince him to stop spinning. All you can do is take yourself out of what I call shit river and put yourself up onto healing hill, and he will follow. So far, all the family, you guys were all swimming in what I call shit river for a while. I call it shit river because it stinks, it smells bad, it feels bad, it's sludgy, it's terrible, and none of us like it. And everybody's sitting in shit river going, well, you know what? The Joyville is on the other side of that hill, and the rest of the family members are like, yeah, right. Even if you could get there, you couldn't reach Joyville. And they're like, yes, you can. It's like, well, who's going to go first? Who's going to get out of Shit River and start marching up that hill, cleaning themselves off, doing the work that is necessary to take them to Joyville? Who's going to do it first? Nobody in Shit River wants to do it first because they don't even believe it's possible. I know you guys are all raising your hands now, but here's the thing. One person, that's all it takes. One person that believes that it's possible. It's like, okay, guys, here, hold my beer. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take myself out of Shit River, and I'm going to walk up this ladder, and I'm going to get healthy. That's where you detach from the energies that you're in and you start walking up that hill. That's what I've been doing. You read my book, right? I had to detach from the people that were holding me down, not because they want to hurt me, but because their limited beliefs and ideas keep them stuck, which would keep me stuck. That's Shit River. I had to exit that and start walking up the hill. And at first when you do that, they're like, how dare you? How dare you leave us in Shit River? And your job is to go, you're not stuck. You got 2 feet and a heartbeat, buddy. Follow me. I'll lead the way. And now what's happened is one by one, your mom got out of the Shit River. She's like, I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving. The rest of your family, they one by one got out of Shit River. You're one of the last people left. Now what's going to happen is when you're out of Shit River too, your dad's going to be there all by himself. It's going to be kind of lonely. And so then he's going to take the steps to get out of Shit River too. He will follow. This is how we help people in stuck lineages, stuck generational chains and curses. This is how us light workers and white lighters incarnate in family lines and break these generational chains, because we are strong enough to face the criticism and whatever is necessary to heal ourselves so they can heal themselves too. Because
Now, I have a question, and the question doesn't really have to do with anything we're talking about right now. The question is that
great,
you were talking earlier in that thing, your message about everything with the world, and you were saying that you said even if you killed somebody, you get where I'm going with this?
I do.
You get what I'm going. Do you know how to explain it better? Because I don't.
Are you worried that this person that caused insane havoc and chaos and turmoil in our life, are we going to see her again? Is that what you're worried about?
No, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about, like, because she had said, basically, I think she had said, like, that they could be saved or something.
mm-hmm.
And any soul.
She could be saved. Yeah, but
I get where you're
even
going. Let me explain the difference. Let me explain the difference.
Because as soon as you had said that, I was like, wait, what?
Your stomach dropped.
Yeah, because she's done nothing but terrible.
I know.
So here's the thing. In that speech also, I also said that there's 2 types of beings here. There are beings here that are not human.
Oh, that's what I was trying. Yeah, yes. Speaking of that, is she one of the ones that wasn't human?
Hell, do they have here's the thing. Beings that are not men and women, that are not, I hesitate to use the word human being because it means sea monster, which is their way of making us animals so that we are allowed to be governed and controlled. We are men. We are women. We are God's men and women. So God's men and women have empathy. We have consciousness inside of us. A soul, a physical vessel that doesn't have a consciousness doesn't feel empathy, doesn't feel guilt, doesn't feel remorse, doesn't feel responsibility.
That's her.
That's not a God soul. Do you understand? God souls hurt people by accident because they're hurt. A God soul will die in a car accident because they were drunk or high and kill themselves and the person beside them. That's a God soul who is a hurt soul that hurt people. Not because they were bad, but because they made bad choices and decisions through pain and trauma that hurt themselves and other people. You see what I'm saying? Now, a demonic soul, because what I was saying in that live earlier is that not all the vessels that you see that look human are human. We just see them that way. And we've been conditioned to believe that humanity is bad, but they're not. You have beings like that look human, that do really terrible things, that make us think humans are bad, but those aren't humans. And that's how you can tell. Men and women of God have that light inside us, and you can't get rid of that. That doesn't go away. And I used the puppy analogy. If I pick up a puppy and start punching it in the face, every single soul and being that has a God soul is going to hurt, because the same thing that's in that puppy is inside you. But the
I
being,
definitely thought of Timmy when you were saying that, and with her, with that whole thing,
well,
and
what,
how she couldn't even apologize.
that's exactly it. Because people, or, see, I use that, so complicated. I got to use these words carefully. Beings, there's a lot of beings in this world that you think are human that are not. And it's hard to explain that because the technologies in this world are so far advanced, off the charts. And like I said, it's a conversation for another day. But I will answer your question with the way that you tell if somebody is a God soul is if they have any empathy, because you can't get rid of that. Every single person here knows that if I picked up a puppy and punched it in the face, that makes you angry just me saying that. That's how strong God is. That's how strong God is. And so somebody that can't have that in here, they don't have God. Because what is God? Or what is the devil? The devil is the absence of God, the absence of good. And so technology is the devil. It is the man-made devil. You know what I mean? God is not, there's no consciousness in technology, is there? It's void of the human essence in that kind of technology. You only get that human essence through God's souls, through God. Plants, animals, people, we have souls. Demons and interdimensional beings of all different types do not have a God soul. I don't know if they have other kinds of souls, but they're not tapped into the same pool of consciousness that we are. So that's how you tell the difference. Hurt people, but and not because they want to, but because they're hurt. But evil people hurt people on purpose. Evil beings are here to do just that, to make us believe that humanity is bad, so that you will hate humanity. How many people do you know that love animals more than humans? They're like, I love animals, I hate humans. You've been conditioned to believe that. So long as you believe humans suck, then you're not going to go out there and be a great human, are you? It's like, well, humans suck. See how beliefs control our lives? They've conditioned us to believe that this world we live in is normal. It is not. God souls don't act like that. The demons do, but they're being rounded up one by one by one. Don't focus on them. Focus on where you want to go, and know that your loved ones are going to connect with you and keep you safe moving forward as we rebuild this new world. That was the message in that video, was that don't focus on those demonic beings, because you're going to start seeing them all around. That's God's job right now. You ever hear the old saying, give them enough rope, they'll hang themselves?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going on. It's a big sting operation. They're getting rounded up left, right, and center all around the world.
Do
Our
you know
job
when this is gonna happen?
now, it's happening now, sweetheart. Look out your window. Did you see Puff Diddy got arrested yesterday?
Oh
Is that
my God, I saw that
exciting?
this morning.
I'm
Oh my
telling
God,
you.
this morning.
Nickelodeon thing as well. And like, you knew all this stuff was happening, but to have everyone finally like coming forward and speaking about it and maybe doing something about it, it's a big deal.
It is a big deal. This world has been controlled by Satanism for a very long time. And this is the age where God is freeing us. When you say, when is it happening? It's already in the process of happening. That's like asking a 6-month or 7-month pregnant person and saying, so when are you going to get pregnant? When is this baby gonna, when is the baby gonna be created? Well, the baby's already here. It's just not born yet. When is this baby going to be born? When is the new world going to be born? We are in labor right now. So labor is tension and pressure and pain. You feel tension and pressure and pain when you're in birth. Do you not? As you
Yes,
burst
because I
into the
am
new
right
you.
now.
Huh?
I said, yeah, I am right now.
Why are you saying no, honey?
I didn't have any pain for pregnancy. I only had 15-minute labors.
Brag. No, I'm just kidding. 41
Tracy,
and a half hours labor here.
I recommend, I wish all of my labors on everybody I know that was pregnant, because the longest one I had was an hour and 41 minutes.
I'll take it.
Girl.
Well, mine
And
was
it was
3
easy.
hours.
So
But you
Mine
get
was
the
3 hours.
analogy, right?
yeah.
You understand the analogy.
Tracy, before she asked you this very random question. You were very spot on. And I just wanted to add, because I know we're going to be wrapping up soon, that when I middle fingered earlier, Misty knew what I was talking about.
I didn't
It
even see
wasn't
it.
direct. It wasn't directed at you or anyone.
But-
You were talking about my sister and the negative energy, and you're like, throw whatever at it. And I'm like, throw this at him.
yeah.
Hey, who are you
No.
talking about?
And the best thing is Chris, you know that you have two very, very, very strong family girls here, and we don't sugarcoat it. So, girl, if you were a nuisance, just so you know, keep that in mind. We're gonna tell you. So don't ever think that, because you know we got your back, and we both will tell you too, because
I
it's not a
already
secret.
tell you when you're a pain in the ass.
And not just that, sweetie, but if you don't change this right now in how you are viewing asking for help, your son is going to carry that burden. You teach your children how to live in this world. You are the example for them to follow. So if you don't ask for help because you think that's a burden, when your son needs help, he's not going to be able to voice it to you because he's been taught he's a burden if he does that. As a parent, it's hard to be a parent in this world because we have to provide the example that we want our children to live in, which means we have to do better than our parents did.
Well, he was a little iffy about this place because, like I said, it's not the greatest. But I said we can make it home for now until we can get into the income-based housing. And I'm like, we need this book. This is gonna be positive.
It's going to be very positive. And if
I
this
said,
house
and
gives
the
you a
rent
real,
is nothing compared to what I would be paying.
there you go. That's exactly it. That's what they showed me in the beginning. It was a little place that was maybe a little smaller than what you wanted, but was to get you by until you could get to where you wanted to be. It's because you can't get to that place because, like I said, it feels like peace. You can't get there from hell. You have to take a step up so that you can reach there. Oh, you guys. Okay, Timmy's pulling his energy back and he gave you cookies and milk. Bedtime snack. Cookies and milk. Did he used to have bedtime snack before he went to bed? Is that something that you guys used to do?
No,
He's giving you cookies and milk. Why is he doing that?
no, but he's been having me eat a lot of junk. Not good.
You know why? He's 2 and he's trying to cheer you up, honey. What do you give a 2-year-old when he's sad?
Man, he keeps having me eat all these honey buns. That shit's fattening.
Because he's 2, honey, and he wants you to smile. Mommy, I want you to smile, so he's gonna
No,
give you
listen.
sweets.
Speaking of which, I think he got his brother to ask me for ice cream cups the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sharif hasn't asked for them in a while. And he asked, he's like, can I get some ice cream cups, please? I said, sure.
So here's what you do. You say, Timmy, Mommy's working on her health here. So if you want to send me sweet stuff, send me fruits and fun stuff like that. Mama can't eat sugar. And you watch how quickly all of a sudden you're going to start craving those fruits like crazy. And he's going to start lining those things up. And then Sharif's going to ask for bananas or something like that. That's how it works. But he's also, you have to understand that the spirit of the soul that you are connecting to comes into play. So if you're dealing with a 2-year-old and you want to know why you're craving sweets and sugar all the time, and it's like, why do I want this all the time? Because he's freaking 2. And 2-year-olds are like, Mommy, I want that. They would eat it breakfast, lunch, and dinner if you let them. They have no concept of it's making you sick or it's not healthy or it's not. And he tastes what you taste.
I
Right?
know. And he'd be waking me up in the middle of the night and I'd be eating a honey bun. I'm like, this is not good for me, but here I am eating it. I said,
No,
I
you
hope
don't
you're
have to.
enjoying this.
You just tell him, Mommy needs healthy food. Timmy, we need healthy food. Just like if he was here, if he said, Mommy, I want ice cream for dinner, what would you say? You wouldn't say, okay, let's do it. You'd be like, no, we have to eat the healthy
Meal
food
first.
first. You gotta talk back to him. See, what he's doing is giving you ways to parent him from the other side. He's not gone, sweetie. Motherhood
No,
never
I know
ends.
he's not. He keeps definitely showing me.
So now you teach him proper diet, even from the other side, because he's still listening and learning through you. All right, you guys, I'm totally spent. So I'm going to let them pull their energy back now. Thank you all for being here. I hope that this was as helpful for you guys as it was for me. These are all so helpful for me. know
Thank
how
you,
much.
It's always
Tracy.
helpful. That's why I always come.
Awesome. I love you guys.
Plus to help you.
Thank
Ah,
you.
okay. Have a great rest of your night, you guys.
You
See
too.
you probably next Tuesday.
Yep. All right.
Take care.